pressurizing, the charts are bold. Daily bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train, oh, never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Hello, hello, friends. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Biggest, best live future trading stream on the planet. Shh. Best community on the planet. The best. Yes, yesterday, Fed committed to like 5 rate cuts. 5 rate cuts. Crazy, right? Or 4 rate cuts. 4 rate cuts. Over the next less than a year. So obviously we're opening above DD bands. NASDAQ, right? This is exactly bull as it gets. I'm almost sad I didn't long at the open, which I was kind of wanting to, but it was IDOC's birthday, so I didn't really was trying not to commit to trading last night, but wake up to a huge upward move. Yeah, that was so bullish, right? Hello, Simon Dean. Just me talking out loud. MRA. Mitts full tilt trading. What's up? What's up? Mitts. It does 500 likes, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. All right. What's up, Mark Landers? What's up, Jose? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, David. What's up? Chase, RTK. David Morrell says 9-hour trade on 3 micros NQ at noon, close at 10 p.m. for $2,400 profit on 3 micros. Dang, the best trade ever for you. Incredible. Use your intuition, right? You knew that was bullish news and you knew market's gonna go crazy overnight about that. That's incredible, man. Cool, cool, cool. What's up, Ryan? Yes, Matt is here and Pickles downstairs. It's also Pickles' birthday too. And everyone else, hello, 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 hello. Ryan, we know you're here. You gotta stop that with so much chat. I can't read everyone else's stuff, my friend. We know that you're here. All right. Easy Pickle. Yes, 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 yes. Pickle will be here in a little bit. Thanks for that tip. You're so... Brian loves to make us laugh. He's so funny. All right, guys, get ready to get going. All right, we're gonna get this ready to go here. I gotta... Time to wake up. Time to get going. So, this is like day... You know, IDOC birthday week, right? The last night we were... He's like, I don't want to do anything on Wednesday because you guys... I know that you're busy and we're doing something on the weekend. So tonight, her and I are going to a concert. Tomorrow, she's going to some dinner thing with some friends. And then Saturday we got a thing and Sunday we got a thing. So we're doing birthday stuff like all week, right? I was like, what do you want to do for your actual birthday? She's like, nothing really. I was like, we gotta do something. You know, I know you don't want to go out tonight or whatever. I was like, you want me to cook for you and do something nice? And I was throwing all these ideas. She's like, nah. She's like, you know what I do? I want to do something nostalgic. She's like, is there a CC's Pizza anywhere near us? I was like, nostalgic. She's like, yeah, I'm just in this mode of like, I just want to do something like I would have done when I was a kid. Or something nostalgic. We were like looking up CC's Pizzas and stuff. We're like, no, there's not one nearby. We're like, I don't even know if CC's Pizza even a thing anymore. And so we're looking around. And then we ultimately decided that we were going to go to Pluckers. Yeah, we're actually, another thing, we were going to go to like this buffet. We're like, can we find a Golden Corral nearby? Just something just so chill and laid back. And that's where we're like, just hang out, just her and I, do nothing fancy, just something normal. So we're doing like fancy dinner on Sunday, right? So we end up going to Pluckers. And we just walk in this place, you know, because she's like, oh, it reminds me of college, because, you know, I'd go to Pluckers like every week and let's go there, let's go get wings. So it's a wings place. It's like a B-dubs. And we walked in, they're doing trivia. And we go there to eat and we do trivia and we jump in late and we end up still winning like every round but one. Just her and I against all these trivia teams. And we won like a gift card for 25 bucks. So basically, cheapest birthday dinner ever, because we walked in the Pluckers, didn't know it's trivia, won, you know, enough to get a gift card, and then we basically ate almost for free. We're just weird like that, I guess. But I got a pretty kick-ass birthday weekend planned. So Phil saw on Twitter and showed me that post like, Matt took me to Pluckers for my birthday. We don't even care. This is what we're doing. It was her idea to be like super nostalgic. Do something just ultra anti-fancy. No club, no bottle service, no, you know. Let's just be ourselves and be low-key. And you know, we were really good at trivia. So there was like, and I don't know what it was, but there was this, there was like this sheet of all these pictures of people bowling, and it's like name the movie. So there was literally 20 movies to name. We get all of them but one. Well, just a scene, a bowling scene. And there was like Big Lebowski and There Will Be Blood and Kingpin and Men in Black and stuff. There are all these bowling scenes. We're just like, we watched so many movies, we got all of them but one. They're like, congratulations, you're the winner. When's my birthday? October. You guys tuned in yesterday. Oh God, yesterday's trading day was fantastic. Couple fun announcements on that. I completely crushed yesterday. Absolutely crushed. Every single account except for one. The one that mattered for bragging rights. But you guys, if y'all followed the saga yesterday, this was my in the Discord. This was yesterday. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me make it bigger. This day was killer. I had just a couple of accounts for red, and then after Fed, I scalped everything to green except for one that busted. But here's the fun part. So my fund index, we're all here. This is my fun simulation competition account in here. You guys remember at the beginning of the week when I was trading the MFFU futures account, I missed Monday because they kind of screwed up. It's kind of their fault. And you guys remember Bull Barbie was like protesting it on the show. She was a little pissed off, and a lot of people were, because like we all thought we were gonna do one thing, and then like it's like Saturday, Sunday, we're all texting each other like, what's going on? Is the contest supposed to start on Monday? Everybody's like, I don't know. We haven't heard from anybody. And Monday morning we get this announcement. All right, guys, contest today. Here it is. Blah blah blah. And me, I'm just like seeing it. I'm like, okay, contest starts. Hey, cool. Or whatever. And I saw it at the end of the day. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess contest has started. So I go in, I log into my funded, and I've got this like extra account there. And I'm like, okay, this is it. I log in. Apparently it's some account I've just had. And I'm all like, yeah, guys, you can trade unlimited contracts. I don't think there are any rules. I guess I'll just trade as much as I can. I was doing very well Tuesday leading into Wednesday. And then I realized at the end of the day, Wednesday, the leaderboard wasn't updating and I was still at 0. I was like, what's going on? So it's Wednesday, like middle of the morning, leaderboard's at 0. And I'm like, no, I'm up. I'm definitely up. I should be close to first place. And then 0. I'm like, and it's only a 5-day competition. It's just for fun. And it's a sim account, right? So it's not like there's any real prize to it, just for fun. What happened was I'm trading in the wrong account. I had this other account apparently for those credentials just sitting there. And there was a different set of credentials to log in. And I didn't see the message because it came from somebody who wasn't normally on the group text. They had like a new mod joining the crew, new text went out, and it's buried in my freaking Discord messages, which I never read until the weekend. So I started investigating like, why the heck am I still at 0? So anyways, I was like, oh crap, I got 2 days to get to the end. And I was like, and it's just, everyone's just kind of having fun with it. And let's be real. A lot of people were like, Matt's going to just smoke everyone and make them feel bad. So I actually feel kind of happy that that's no longer possible. I made a joke last night on Twitter. I was like, well, to the other 5 competitors, looks like you guys all made the top 5. I'm out. I told Tom on the show whenever I went on my funded and just basically said, I go, well, I'm like 2 days behind. So because it's for fun, I'm going to bet on Fed. And I'm just going to YOLO on Fed. I'm either going to win the contest in 1 bite or lose the contest in 1 bite. And I was like, how you want to bet against me? Go on the other side of the trade, just jokingly. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'll short you long or whatever. We're just joking. Let's both put our chips all in. Anyways, so what I ended up doing was after FOMC came through yesterday, we broke through MHP, and I grabbed MHP long with just the max amount of contracts, and then it broke MHP and fell to there and busted the account in 1 bite. So that was basically it. But, you know, I mean, I wanted to long. I wanted to long in the MHP break. It's just the volatility hit. However, but in all the other accounts that I have, you know, scalping at the right places sort of built up. This all funded. This is my straight to fundeds and tradeifys, and 3 of these are my 300K, 301K funded next, and I'm just building. You know, you can build as many accounts as you want. You can only have so many. So with funded X, you can only have so many active funded accounts, but you can build as many evals as you want and pass them, and they go to this thing called the buffer. With funded next, you can have up to 1 million in accounts just sitting there. So I'm constantly like throwing past accounts in the buffer. Like if I were to blow up any one of those funded accounts that I have there, I've got funded accounts and waiting on the side. I have just a ton of them just sitting there. So if you pass an eval, you sign the agreement, it disappears. So you have a slot left open, and then it just sits in a buffer. It's a queue. You don't know it's there. It's an invisible queue. And then if you're the blow up, you're like your 300,000 that you're trading and you blow up one of them, you wake up the next day, you got a funded account ready to go. So I've been constantly just building that buffer. It doesn't tell you how many you have. I've lost track of how many I've got sitting there. But you guys that know about funded next, they have a limit on you having 700,000 eval total with 300,000 funded. But I think the buffer is unlimited. I don't think I found a limit to that. I've lost track of how many past accounts I've got ready to go, but they're on the buffer. So 3 of the accounts I'm working towards becoming by the next world's first $100,000 payout in futures, in FOMC futures. So I'm foregoing any payout until I get to 100K. That's the rule with those guys, just so I can brag about it. That's it. Brag. So I want to be able to be like 100K. And some people are like, why don't you just wait till 1 million and brag about that? So I was like, oh, maybe I could try to do that too. We are outside of DD Band's NASDAQ, outside of DD Band's S&P. Oh, no, sorry, not outside of DD Band's S&P. So anyways, so today we're going to be trading. Yesterday's news was extremely bullish. Is today like the sell the news day? Probably not. This is fundamentally bullish. And, but we do see the market is starting to have a little bit of a race, everything we started with today. I'm going to tell you, when I see this kind of move like this, I always tell myself slightly lower than the overnight lows and still hold to go. And we stay this trajectory today. That's what today's likely going to look like with selling like this. Continue to go higher unless there's just some weird, crazy sell off. But I think VIX should be below triple B by now. I haven't checked yet. Let's see. Or at. Damn it. So we're at. Okay. So we'd like to see it below. It's maintaining that 4 because we're above triple B. You guys know the drill here. So let's keep an eye out on this. This actually could be the big sell-off day. Who knows what the hell is going on there? All right. Just for funsies, should we like give it a tappy? Or gap him with a gap up? That's a pretty nasty little fall. Let's just for fun. Arbitrarily grab at close to open. We're like, oh, I've still got 30 minutes, damn it. Oh, well, whatever. All right, let me just get ready to go here. I just feel like that's a pretty nasty little fall there. So my YOLO on Fed idea didn't work for my fund, unfortunately. Let's have some fun with this one. All right. Tiny little long here, just at the place. That's a really sizable move there. That's about a 30-point drop from open. So what I'm going to do, who knows what's going on here, but what I'm going to do is I thought we were about to open. I got 30 more minutes. It's a little early on this. The idea is there's 30 points of almost tap to close yesterday. So there's also impact red line here. So let me draw it. Let me my drawing totally should be here somewhere. I swear it's not saving my drawings. Let me... A little note here. All right. So we'll see. We're above triple B, so it's gonna be a little crazy. What I'm gonna do is let me redraw it here. Somehow I thought this is kind of a little early. I was thinking we were about to open. I was trying to do the 1A trade. Everything should be bullish today, at least as far as indicators go. Now is today a big ass sell off day because VIX is above triple B. We're gonna sell the news. Who freaking knows? This could be that big ass red day that just kills the market. Who knows? But I'm not betting on it. Okay. Impact line, horizontal. I got blue, I got red. Okay. Let me draw some. I need some other lines here. Loon. It doesn't. It's not saving my overnights. Okay. Let me get these on here real quick. So these are the overnight dynamic bands. We're gonna put these on here really quick. Dynamic bubbles. 24, 435. Okay, NASDAQ and S&P. S&P is 66.54. And 44. Perfect. Okay. NASDAQ is gonna be. You guys know the drill, the impact line. Y'all know how to do this. Pre-market prep, baby. Okay, I'm gonna load up pre-market stuff. 435. Um, 435 is here. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we mark that. And that's going to be 335. Way down here. Okay. Oops. We ready to roll? It's a nice little pre-market dippy dip. The universe is like gonna give you guys some dip to play. Hopefully we get. I mean, we're going to be probably so far in the bull territory, it's probably going to be a 1A bull long up, just like normal. I wouldn't be too, like, I wouldn't be too afraid of this market here. Being super bullish. This is the universe is like, here, let's give you some dip. And Fed 4 rate cuts, 2 this year, 2 more this year. Y'all believe that? 2 more rate cuts this year. It's as bullish as it gets. Now, again, you know, is it a buy the rumor, sell the news event thing? It could be. It absolutely could be. But the thing is that the general bigger rule of this is that the sell the news, I think, is what happened in the middle of the day after the Fed report. I don't think that this is. I think this is going to be huge. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? This is a big ass bull update today. YouTube just crashed. Oh no. Oh no. Let's get back. I've just crashed. No. We're back. Going to zero. Yeah, going to zero. That'll work too. That's a good answer. All right. All right, friends. Y'all know the drill. Smash the like button. We get to 300 likes, 500 likes. We do giveaway. You guys got 30 minutes after market opens to get to 500 likes. That's it. Everyone click it. Last 3 days, I've had to say, sorry, no giveaway, and then you click it. Today, for 100% no giveaway. And also, if we don't get 500 likes, I will put a 10-minute delay on the stream every day going forward. You are not gonna like that. Until people remember. We're gonna have to train the group. This is like boot camp. We have to train the group a little bit. They'll help us out. We'll help y'all out. Numbers go up, and our partners are happy. Then we get hundreds of giveaway accounts. We're gonna all push it together. We're gonna be the #1 streamer at the end of this year. And in a year. We're aiming for #1. We want the biggest stream, biggest numbers, biggest everything. I'm investing a ton of money into making this the #1 thing. Better believe it. Better believe it, son. I'll delay the stream. We've reached the top. We're one of the top 3 streams. So now we gotta be #1. They're gonna have to take a little extra measures. I'm not gonna use certain tactics that other top streamers use. So I'm gonna try something different. a more honest approach to just plain old engagement. ETFs changed on fast track payouts. I have not. I did, but I don't remember every part of it. Let me get that really quick. I need to talk to them about something real quick. Oh, okay. Let me. Okay, so basically, here's the role with ETF. You guys are saying, our code used to give 50% off of all their products by default. So now our code just matches whatever sale they have and doesn't apply a discount anymore natively to some of the products, like unless there's a special sale. So our code no longer discounts direct to funded, fast track, and resets unless they're running a sale on that. Other than that, our code just gives us credit. So somebody were noticing, like, I'm not getting, some people were noticing, like, I'm not getting the discount when I use your code. So they've changed some of their pricing structure. So unless there's a sale, they'll let my dude know this. Hold on real quick. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So what do you, changes their fast track elite payouts? I had to eat. Hold on, let me see this. They sent me an email. Hold on. Okay, let me go really quick here. Try to find it. Hold on. Elite revenue. Let me see what we got here. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. All right. Let me find out what we have here. Get you guys some answers real quick. So in the live elite program, the changes are they're no longer transferring the top 3 balances of your sim funded accounts, and the following rule will apply to all accounts. The static starting balance you receive in a live account is based on the single top performing sim funded account with the highest balance that has achieved the safety net. And that's the rule of the payout changes. There's a $25,000 payout cap per trader. And you'll go live for everyone. So if you hit 25,000, you go live. If you've already been paid once or twice, your cap resets and you're again eligible to receive another $25,000 for each transition live again. If you go to live and the live account is liquidated, you can return to sim funding and remain eligible up to 150,000 in lifetime sim funded payouts paid 25,000 increments. So that's 6 caps. You can go live 6 times. Rinse and repeat up to 6 times. So that's the live elite changes at my fund at Elite Trader Funding. All right, you see dip, you buy dip. That's a good roll. That's a good roll of thumb, guys. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's hit it. You got 40 minutes to get to 500. Let's go. Why long Nasdaq pre-market? Did you? Oh God! I mean, the market just started selling really hard, and then I just saw a dip, and it looked like a nice time to buy. Literally just feeling it out. Like I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and it's just like fall. And I'm like, wait, didn't we just commit to, you know, four rate cuts? Let me just grab that dip there. Now again, this may be a terrible idea, but it just looked like time to buy the dip. We had exhaustion volume right here. When I see that exhaustion volume, I just like, all right, let's jump in. VIX is at triple B. We're sitting on the edge, and I just grabbed the dip. I thought it was closer to 8:30. I thought the market was about to open right here, and I was like, oh, let me just long at the open. I'll hold through whatever 30 points. One contract, one account. I'll stop long again at the close if res is positive. You guys know the drill. BLU 1A, stuff like that. BLD 1A. Same drill. I thought it was closer to market open, but I still had 30 minutes. So just was feeling it out. I was like, okay, we're going to open here. Let me just try for it. You're only 573. There'll be about 1,000, 1,100 people in here by the time market opens. So that's the rule. We get 12,000 viewers a day, so we can muster up 500 likes. I feel that's 4%. 1 out of 25 people need to do it. All right. This really, really sad odds for it to never be done. All right. Maybe we get 12,000. Well, between the 2 shows, the morning show was like 6,000. So 500 out of 6,000, 1 out of 12 is 8%. 8% of the people regularly do it. So not still sad odds, but not as sad. Okay, let me get the what was I trying to look up here? Oh, giveaway. Oh yeah, sorry. So today, these are the promos we got going on right now. 40% off Tradeify. No my funded futures, anything. ETF is 90% off 1 step into the day in Diamond Hands with code Rocket Scooter. Fund Index is 10% off as usual. Take Profits 40 and Apex is still 80% off. Type all that in here really quick for y'all. Y'all gets the pin message. Y'all like the little pin message here. 90% off Fast Track, Diamond Hands, and I already forgot. Static. Oh, 1 step into the day, Diamond Hands. Okay. 5% of take profit. Like button time we needed. Hit the like button. Good. It's become a little okay, friends, welcome to the stream. Oh, dude, I haven't even posted the stream up in Twitter. What's wrong with me? What is so wrong with me? I forget to look at this. I'm so wrong. Multitasking is crazy again. It's hard because I'm now like Adderall and, you know, crack free mad. I don't do much of my morning caffeine routine where I call it cracked out mad. So having to remember stuff all natural for the first time in my life. I sip a little bit of coffee. But for health reasons, I started like trying to go as clean as possible. So now I forget some things. Okay. Where the heck can I put that thing? Boom, boom, boom. We open in 4 minutes, you guys. Let's go here. Friends, all right, you guys ready to do this? So I trade options off of the liquidity pockets and futures, Ryan Wade. Oh, ask him, Ryan. A lot of people do. A lot of people sell spreads and do all kind of stuff. Using monthly maps, liquidity maps. This sort of low consolidation is not really my favorite. Open like this. I would like for it to V up. Remember, VIX is above triple B, so we're gonna have a little bit of a little craziness. We finally contacted where it needs to. If we start to push up in VIX and we're VIX above 100 again, it can get a little crazy. So I'm not betting that it will, like the Fed committing to a huge amount of rate cuts. But who knows if this is that kind of day that does this and then just dies. You never know what Wall Street wants to do with this shit. You got to take a guess every time. But I'm going to bet that we're still bullish. This is a very bullish thing. If you guys didn't read my post yesterday, the Fed is committed to roughly 4 rate cuts in less than a year span. So if you guys are trying to do the math here, don't listen to anyone else. Listen to my analysis of it. People are guessing left and right. You can read. I justified all the choices of it. They're going to have 2 more rate cuts this year alone. You put all the pieces together, it's exactly what they said. So we're going to have another rate cut, and they're not going to be 50s either, as Powell discredited that during the press conference. So do the math. We're going to get 2 rate cuts this year to get to the average target, what everybody's expecting, is basically where we're going. And Powell said no 50s. He said that's too much. You only do 50 if we believe monetary policy needs to be shifted rapidly. So when he said that's too much, we're going to assume that we're never getting a 50. So we're going to get gradual hopium injections in the market in tiny doses, little tiny doses here and there. So essentially 25, 25, 25, hitting it all the way through to the 3 to 3.25 spot we're going to land at, which we start off at 4.25, 4.5. It's about 125 basis points. So that's 4 to 5. I'm going to assume 4. I'm going to go a little conservative on that. So we're going to get 2 more 25s this year with 3 months left in the year, which means we're going to get one pretty much every other month. And then we're going to get 2 more in 2026 to hit the target rate. So because of that, I'm like, well, that's probably the most bullish thing Wall Street's heard in a while. So it doesn't make me any surprise that we rallied as hard as we did overnight. So let me continue that trend. Now, I think at maximum today, and I don't know if this is the best trade to try to long at the open from. This is what I wanted to do, is the 1A open, is that red line is going to be 66.74 and 24, 541, etc. Contacting red line is probably going to be the balance point of at least the up move overnight, the support of the bull side and the bigger trend. So hopefully get some pockets there. It's probably about where half gap is with positive res to be a great balance point to go. So it was, now we are close to upper DD band, and I was trying to long just to have something to long it, just to open this way, but we'll see how we run and open. I think when I get the green pop it open, I'll just close out and then analyze it further from there. We'll see. We'll see if it just burps straight up. Powell will be replaced next year. Yeah, but even so, there, remember the Fed is a committee. Powell's just like the spokesperson, right? So, you know, everyone has their own unique theories, and Trump can't really like replace everybody. Okay, resilience is good, long and strong. You know what? I'm gonna close that out and wait. I thought that would have been a good trade. Let me wait for half cap and see. Let's just wait on this one. We are very close to DD band on NASDAQ after all. All right, this is just... All right, see, it does this thing. It does the calculation wrong. This is very annoying. It'll refresh a little bit. Okay, this is just a graphical bug. I want to make sure I capture this. All right, cool. All right, analyzing this, resilience is positive, nice and clean. NASDAQ on the left, let's be on the right. All right. Ooh, it's a little, God, this is like messy right now. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so bull long up 1A trade. This is at the open. This is a place I could probably try to take an S&P long on. We should probably trade this, but NASDAQ is right close to DD band, so be very careful on that. Nasdaq resilience is barely good enough, but let's give me a little red candle there. Let me try it anyways. All right. I kind of am gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do this one yet. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna close everything out. I'm gonna wait for the half gap tap. It's been moving far enough. Let me wait for red line and half gap. I closed. Not gonna take it. I did want to take S&P. Nasdaq is a DD band, so the opening moves that I did have a second ago, I've just closed everything out. So two of the accounts are slightly green. One of this one's practically flat. So the Nasdaq one's made some money, and I've closed everything out just now. So I'm only up about $2,000 just on grabbing that dip. Nasdaq being at DD band is why I'm exiting and just kind of chilling. Res is still pretty solid, and God, half gap is just huge. Okay, so we got BLD here, so MHP support. So today, whatever we get, this is A plus. If we get it, that'd be an amazing setup. A plus, red line is nearby, so anything here would be dip to buy. If the universe gives us that, I'm having another 20-30K day. Today, S&P not as strong. S&P opening, but still has MHP right at the bottom. This is perfect. This is B setup. If I want to be a little more cautious because VIX above triple B, I got A plus right here. A plus with positive res, dude. If we fall and close that gap, oh, it's gonna be delicious. Perfect. Yeah, MHP close by. ESTs every single time, baby. Guys, you got about 26 minutes. Smash that like button at 9 o'clock, which is in 26 minutes. We'll trigger the giveaway if we get to 500 likes. Less than 500 likes, we turn a 10-minute delay on the stream. I think he's gonna hate that. So, new rule of thumb. There's two ways we can go about it. Either A, we can get the engagement by going out there and being kind of like a social media asshole like some people do. Or we can just hit the like button every day. And then we can grow that way. With that being said, we'll give you guys a giveaway as a reward. Now giveaways can be a reward. Get 500 likes, I'll do a giveaway. If we get 1,000 viewers, I'll do a bonus straight to fund giveaway every single day, which means I'll spend 500 extra bucks on you guys, as I love y'all so much. Right, A plus here, 66, 62. Can we get away from the doubles number today? Oh my gosh, A plus, this is B plus. This is B plus here. Pick and choose your poison. This is at DD band. You guys know me. I hate longing into DD band. It's like my least favorite thing. Nasdaq is A plus here. You guys are almost there. See, I love it. Y'all help me out so much. A plus, trade to trade. DD band is usually the exit target on longs, and I very rarely try to take it. We don't have a stat on this one. We consider this one also a B plus. B pluses, in my definition, is something that's roughly 60%, you know, like inside of here. But this is not really a trade we can really say 60%. Just think of it as slightly better than a coin flip. But this is hard resistance. I never long into it. I always close at the band and wait for a better setup on a dip. Usually the band is really strong resistance. 88% of days do close inside of the two bands. So it would be 92% of days reject this upper band. It doesn't mean I short it. It just means I don't long into it that easily. If it does break, I let it break, then I let it test. If it takes all day to test, I wait all day for it to test because it always tests, and then I go. In the case that it doesn't test, it's just another day I miss out on. So the question usually becomes, what I do here, again, to repeat, I'll let it do its thing. And I don't mean like break and test within a candle or two. I mean like whatever it does, I wait about an hour and then let it try to make its own test again, and then I'll try to take the long a second time. Usually when you break out of the band, it's exactly the same setup. So B plus means wait. Let's put a wait. So wait on this one. This is a very textbook rocket skier thing. Very textbook, you guys. All right, on there, I've got A plus from here to open. Positive res support, A plus. All the indicators support this. A plus, supported MHP, great. So this is perfect. Everything here today, no shorting, no bearishness, no nothing. Oops. Where did my little drawing tool go? No, I think I deleted it. No. What the heck did I do? Okay. I deleted it. Why? Oh, wait, no. Did I? I didn't delete it. Did I? Oh, draw it again. Okay, let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna try to be clever today. I'm gonna bet you guys something. Okay, ready? Let me bet you something. Watch this. I'm gonna pull out my crystal ball here. Watch this. Watch this. We're here. Just in a quick little like flush candle setup. As VIX tester will be a second time, and then that's the long I'm gonna take. Watch this. Let's see if I get it right. Feel alone. Like we've got support all down here. You guys know, look, we've got A+ support in there. Volatility's still there. It's still there. I'm not gonna miss out on generational wealth. Not chasing this dip here. I'd love to get the perfect trade today. Let's see if I get it. Let's see if I get something like that. Let's see if my crystal ball is right today. Resiliences are strong enough to support here. This is good. I want to see red line from overnight support and half gap support, and I will buy the dip there. B+ and A+ underneath it, probably good. Oh, my legs are hurting, dude. I've been working out so hard. Oh, all right. Nasdaq close doesn't look right. About 475. Oh, yeah. See, that's they're fixing this. Like the auto conversions are off. Because yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. And I don't know what is causing it, but we're fixing it. The conversions are referencing the wrong contract. It's a rollover glitch. So I think, let me double check this really quick. See, that's fine. I think it has to do with that, like what's in the thing. But anyways, when I switch it and switch it back, it turns right. I'm not really sure about this one, but there you go. Yeah, it's a glitch that is basically taking place around rollover. We didn't notice it when we were testing this because it wasn't rollover. Now we have rollover. It's like the contracts that the programmer was kind of lazy about the rollover thing. We automatically roll you over, but you guys are going to manually roll at different times. And so in the time frame of you're switching to Z before our platform switches to Z, it's all hard coded just to do the conversions off of the current front month contract, rather than the smart way is to look at what you guys are doing. Hell yeah, Spidey sense. Let's go. Let's hit that half cap. So it's everyone's fault at the company for not really thinking that through, I guess. But programmers should have at least picked up some kind of manual change. Now, if you change it and change it back like I did, it does fix the glitch. But it's like you can't, like when we test everything on our test server, without there being a rollover event, it's just something that's overlooked by everybody. So when I tested it, I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, let's test the rollover case. So basically, if you switch tickers and switch back, or go in here and type it in, it fixes it. So now it should be good. All right, A+, baby. That was good intuition, wasn't it? That DD band tap resistance NASDAQ. How many people here were long into that, or how many people are chilling? How many people are shorting? Tell me what you guys are doing. But MHP is negative. That's right. So that's not an A+, it's an A- now. It's negative now. So now that is an A-. It's still pretty good. Everybody's out, short, sold, chilling short. Man, you guys are so fucking smart. I love this group. I love this group. Y'all are so smart. Okay. I'm gonna wait for red line 6674. Get front and center locked and loaded. Get her done. Oh shoot, you know what? I'm like primed and almost ready for a payout in 2 of my Tradeifys. I don't know which one this one is, but S&P is the stronger resilience. I'd love to really fight with S&P today as my dude. Nasdaq resilience is negative. MHP is likely to hang. What the heck? All right. All right, I just need to make a couple $100 and get ready for payout on these guys. So 2 of my accounts, I can only make like $500 and get payout. Maybe we'll check that. I'm almost live with Tradeify, you guys, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm starting to grab a couple of small longs in my Tradeifys right here at this half gap area. Let me see. One is, let me make sure. Okie dokie. Oh. Okay, so let me, I gotta write something down real quick. Don't forget. I gotta do. And I need to do. What? Okay. All right. Rest close to 0. There's the red line. Let's grab it. Just grabbing in 2 accounts, just having some fun with it. Res is right at 0, VIX above triple B. We're at the red line. That was good intuition. B plus, A minus underneath it. Kind of nice for that grab there. Just keeping it small, keeping it light. These overshoots, I'll pick up a little bit more. All right, let's commit. Intuition was pretty good on that one. To not take the open. Resilience is not positive though, so that's not a B plus anymore. That's back to being a B minus. But we do have kind of like the A minus on Nasdaq holding us about B minus. Res is negative, so hopefully to fill the gap a bit on the exit. Look at this fucking crystal ball. This is why you guys watch me every day. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Res ain't great. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, it's a gamble. It's a gamble here. Res is not the best. We do have MHP down at the bottom. If this is a big sell-off day, because big sell-off will be very, very, very possible, so I'm just keeping it very light. 72 to 62, about 10 points of overshoot. This is sort of undershooting at MHP, so we're gonna watch this really quick. This could easily die through and dive out. The stats are pretty interesting for people selling the news today from yesterday's event. But I'm gonna bet that this red line, 66.74, the fuck the devil's number, 66.60, like, get away from there. No today. None of this. I got tired of talking about it yesterday. Scary number. Go. Go away. No. I don't want it. All right. No. Wait, why are you shouting at people to get out of longs now? What's going on? I'm missing something? I just got in the longs. Uh-oh. Am I missing out on something? What you thought on book map? I don't know. Bearing bulls, why are we getting out of longs? Like, what's up? Context is usually pretty helpful. Like, if you can be like, this is what's going on. Am I missing something or what's going on? No, but like, like, why? Context, like, why get out of longs? Like, what are you referencing? That's what I'm, when you say like get out of longs, you got to be like, get out of longs because Powell said something, get out of longs because Trump farted on fucking Twitter. Like, what's going on? Spoof order. Like, what do you, like, what do you guys, like, what's the, like, why? That's what I was saying. Like, what's the thing that you guys are looking at or whatever? Yeah, what was your reasoning? Just so I'm trying to gather information. Let's be quick. Yeah, all right, I am gonna, let me scalp, let me exit and take some profits here. Yeah, I'm up like $9,000 right now. All right, I'm closing out, I'm done. So like, if, well, the reason I'm asking you is because like, I want to know what your reference or like what the method is. So if you guys are going to like inform us of things in chat, be like, get out of longs because bookmap shows this, or get out of longs because somebody tweeted this. The information, much more than the call out, is what was very important to me. So I want to learn, like, you guys are my eyes and ears in Wall Street too. So that's why I'm asking you guys, what's the motivation? So spoof orders, but like, again, what do you mean spoof orders? Like, where are you seeing them and how are you seeing them? And like, just teach me something. That's what I'm asking. All right, I've closed out. Not bad so far. I just took the scalps there. You guys know how the drill goes with that. What software are you guys using, or how are you seeing spoof orders? I don't really pay attention to that, so teach me something. Not a bad trade. There's the spread right now. Like easy bake oven, 1, 2, 3, in and out of the oven. That's cool. What do you guys, how y'all reading spoof orders? Like what is the, how do y'all do this? Or what are y'all looking at? I don't know how much it is. How much is that? Y'all add that up for me. I'm lazy. I'm lazy as shit. Hold on. Here. Add these numbers up, please, Chat GPT. You know, it took me a whole year to not call it Chat GTP. because I used to have that car. $9,269. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's good. I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day. What do you guys want to talk about? Yeah, for me, I like learning. I like learning new stuff, and you guys are my eyes and ears. So if y'all got info, that's why I rely on you guys, because I don't get all the chance of like paying attention to everything sometimes. And you guys remember, I'm drug-free Matt now. So, you know, drug-free Matt no longer wakes up and ingests pounds of crack anymore. You know, no more energy drinks, no more Adderall. And I sip on about half of a cup of coffee every day. I feel as healthy as I've ever been. However, my brain is like, where's the drugs? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like my multitasking abilities are less cool as they used to be. So I kind of rely on you guys to feed information to me. Used to, I was like, and like I knew everything, but I was also kind of a dick all the time. So I kind of like new Matt. New Matt's a little more mellow. I'm still kind of a dick some of the time, but did I finish your juice? Oh, I have juice. No, I have one. I didn't know I had one. Is it still good? Hey, when did you make them? Is it still good? I forgot I had an extra one. Is it good? Okay. Well, no, okay, not good by your standards, but like good by my standards. Like, you know, I'm less adventurous than you when it comes to eating. Am I going to be on the shitter later on? This fresh juice only stays good for like a handful of days before it spoils. Smell test. It smells good. It smells like juice, but yeah, so when it comes down to it, if you guys got information for me, like this is happening, toss me the information too. That way I know what's going on. I really appreciate you guys helping out. All right, I've closed out on my longs. I took the scalp trade. I literally drew it before. We said no to the 666,666 number. And then I got out of the way with quickie 9,000. It's pretty nice. One of these accounts, this one went way over and I qualified for payout, which is good. No, wait, hold on. It still shows me in a position. Hold on. I think let me refresh because I think my Tradeify is frozen. Okay, good. Yeah, it was frozen and said I was in a position. Okay, I'm fully flat. Perfect. I love it, y'all. Okay, I'm on my trek to be the world's first 100K payout from FundedX futures. I'm gonna wait to get 100K so I can say I got 100K just to show that I'm the best. That's trading that group. How do I have so many My Funded Futures sim accounts? Oh, these are My Funded Futures. These are Tradeifys and these are Funded Next. So, yeah, good question. I have a bunch of different accounts with My Funded Futures though, because I have for different reasons. Like I have different credentials for different things, but that's because I have the live account and the contest account. And so that's where the confusion came about, but that doesn't even apply to what you were saying. But yeah, these are not My Funded Futures. All right, I have a live account in my real account. I've got one live account with them. But I've got other credentials with other accounts and other live account, and it's just a long story to all of it, but you know, being on the show and then being in the contest, the issue accounts for some of these things. So when I got a bunch of credentials to juggle around, I get a little confused myself. Oh, you guys hit the 500 likes with 4 minutes to spare. See, I love you guys. All right. Yeah. You trade MNQ and NQ by numbers different years. Remington, so I've rolled over to the Z contract. So make sure if yours still says U5 or U25, then you're trading September. I'm trading December. So everybody look today on my chart. This is pretty cool. Ignoring the emojis on the screen. This is a pretty solid scalp. I'm going to tell you guys, I think we're going to be pulling back today. I got the scalp in and out. No more longs for me. This day is probably going to sell off. MHP might interact, but we'll see. Dude, what a pro day. This is what I'm saying. You guys can go watch some freaking, you know, pump and dump nerds, or, you know, prop firm arbitrage, burn through thousands of prop accounts, blah, 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 you know, Neanderthals jumping and screaming at the camera, whatever, you know, but here I'm gonna draw it. First I drew it, then I do it. That's it. I fucking drew it, then I do it. And I'm $9,000 richer in a period of 10 minutes, despite people yelling at me, get out of longs now. I don't know. I got out of longs when I got out of longs, but I drew the X. I drew it, then I do it. That's all I do. So he's right, though. I feel like over time, market's going to probably today chop around a little bit, but I don't see any bearishness. Yesterday was the most bullish news you're going to receive over the next couple of years. And yesterday was so bullish. In fact, I'd like today to sell off, and then tomorrow I'm going to buy calls. Maybe double down with my options account. My options account just sitting there. My puts expired worthless though. Maybe I'll buy some calls. Close out the year. 7,000 S&P probably. What is the red line? Ron, that is an illiquidity pivot. Let me teach you guys how to do that one. So wait, before you guys got it. So right now, like I said, I drew it, then I do it. That's my catchphrase. That's it. Just a scalp to there. And everyone else right now is probably saying, well, what do I want to do now? Right now, I'm kind of on the sidelines, drinking my green juice, chilling out. I don't usually try aggressively longing into DD band. As you guys see, that's usually really strong resistance. If it does break through, I wait an hour to hit it and go. So all my trade setups are here. This is all pretty textbook rocket scooter stuff. That's why today's setup was pretty easy. Straight out of the boot camp. I teach all of these setups. This was a pretty common one. That's why it's easy. Trading's never easy. Don't let me sell you that idea. Trading's hard as shit. I'm just fucking spectacular at it. But it's hard. The setups are textbook though. The setups are common. That's the one word I want to say. Guys, I want y'all to whip it out. Tell me what you got. How'd y'all do today? Show me what you got. Let's see it. I'll be right back.
What's your mom's maiden name? Yeah, let's hear it. Let's see your birth certificate too. Yeah, whip it out. Let's see that P&L. Oh yeah, nice curve. Show me your P&L. Whip it out.
Nice job, guys. That was an expensive breakfast. Nice job, nice job. John, bro, John, you were 100% right yesterday, dude. On point about the Fed, man. My boy John Gauss here, dude. He's sharp. When John talks, he'll listen. We had a conversation about Fed yesterday. We knew it was gonna happen, and things are pretty good. Actually, let's pull up the 10-year real quick. People can't wait to rush into equities, man. We're getting the sell off and those yields going up again. Transitory inflation. We heard all the commentary. Let's review it. Let me see if I can pull up Financial Juice, review the commentary. So, actually, gotta delete this real quick. Nice curves, name. Okay, guys, just to review what we saw at the Fed yesterday. Median projection shows 50 basis point cuts more in 2025. As you see, the consolidation is lower faster. If you guys remember my speech I gave y'all about what we were likely to see. Remember the old dot plot was like this. And I said what we're going to see is like the dot plot's going to kind of get lower faster. And that's what ended up happening. People are going straight to about the 3 mark as soon as 2027. Used to, we had like this sort of like whole extra year to get there. And if you take the average, this is where I get the four rate cuts over the next 2 years, or the next year, sorry, is that the majority of people are sitting right now. If you take the average of 4 to 4.25, 3.5, let's use the low end as an example. The average of all of this is right here at 375 to 4. We're at 4.5. So to go to 375 min to 4.5 is 75 points. So 75 points, majority of Fed think we're 75. That is conservative. If I take the average of this is 75. If I take the majority, it's 100. So we already got 1. So if you're thinking going forward for the rest of the year, at minimum, we get 50. At best, we get 75. We get 1 every month. So did everybody in chat, do y'all understand where I got that number from? When I say we get 2 rate cuts this year, minimum. When I say 50 every other month, like October, November, December, that's 3 months left. We're either getting 50 or 75. That comes from this. That's where everybody's voting. Even the people that are less aggressive still think 4 from 4.5. Or actually, it's like 4.25, 4.5. That's actually 1. Sorry, my bad. 1. So people that are less aggressive think we just get this 1. So let me start that back. Less aggressive is 1. Sorry, 25. More aggressive is 75. So when I said 50, when I made my call out on Twitter, that's right in the middle. So I'm saying about average 50. Minimum case, we get the 1. Maximum case, we get the 3. And on average, we're somewhere in the middle. So that's where I say we get 50 this year, maybe 75 if more people think that. Next year, I did the same thing. I kind of took the average and I said, well, the mean is sort of like right here, right? Which takes us down to about 3.25, 3 to 3.25. From 4.25 to 4.5, that's 2 more. Optimally 2 more. So our rate was here. The average is now like here, give or take, over the long haul, 3 to 3.25. So when you go 3, I'll just say the low end, so I don't have to say like the range. 3 to 4.25 is 125 over the course of basically this year and next. So basically over the course of 1 year, this 2025 is over. So in the next year and 3 months, we're going to get a lowering to 3%. That's it. Pretty damn bullish. The market's extremely bullish about that. Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all fucking crushed it today. I'm proud of y'all. All right. We'll do our giveaways early today. Do a couple of them early. I'm in a happy mood today. What should we do today? What did I say in the chat? Oh, MFFU? Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm not sure if I haven't been paying attention to the My Fun TV show in the mornings because I'm not there. But I wonder if anybody's saying anything like, "What the hell happened to Matt?" I was pretty excited to tell everybody I decided to gamble on Fed. But I picked the right direction, but I just picked the wrong spot. All my other accounts did very well as I scalped them all extremely. I had 23,000 yesterday. You guys remember yesterday's Fed? Has anybody mentioned on the stream yet that Matt's out on the tourney? I'm sure that makes a lot of people feel comfortable because I'm not going to lie. There were some people that were very much protesting a really serious competition because they knew I was going to be there. I was right from the wrong spot. Damn it. As Mad Yoda says, yeah, that's correct. It's all in good fun. I love it. I think it's hilarious. But we broke through MHP. We bounced on MHP. I took the long and I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to make some money. And then all of a sudden we broke through and then it stomped out because I full ported it. I was just, because it's just, there's no real prize. It's a sim account. So I was just basically like, okay, but I was wrong. I was right from the wrong spot. Well, actually I was kind of right from the right spot, but technically not the right enough spot. Instead of stopping, I just held, and then it essentially in about a matter of maybe like 8 minutes, the account went bust. But, you know, ultimately, you know, I was extremely bullish. But the funny thing was that all my actual accounts, my funded accounts, my real accounts, I didn't make that trade on. When it dipped, I was buying all through that dip. You guys are watching me do it. So that was the funny part. So I messaged everybody. I was like, I think I said something along the lines of I told the story, and then there's 6 other people, and I was like, congratulations. You 5, y'all are all now in the top 5. So Terry is winning. Oh, that's funny. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I kind of am happy that I'm not like crushing a bunch of people. This is the one thing I do like about being on a team. You guys know I'm really good. You guys know I'm really ruthless, and you guys know while watching everybody up 10 or 15%, I would have loved to have been up like 4,000% and just had everybody be like, look how great Matt is and everyone else sucks, sort of thing. I know a lot of people are fearing the contest that other people might, you know, gain favor because they perform better. And so to other people, it meant a lot. To me, I didn't give a shit. Everyone knows how good I am. I don't care. I don't care if I get that last place. Never bother me at all. But some people I'm sure were worried, and now their worries are gone. Now they have an even competition between all of them, which I'm happy about. I'm slightly happy. Susan, stop crying. So at the end of the day, wait. Oh, is that Susan person back? Oh, dang. I don't even see the chat. FN is doing a fun special sale, not today, but they will be doing probably next month sometime. They're just doing the regular 10% off right now. Why am I showing my wins early? Oh God, I don't know. Is it that salty weirdo? Here, Susan, this is for you. Open wide. Open wide. Here, Susan, that's for you. Can I show this early as well? I'm gonna put this right here. Why am I showing my wins early? Because I'm fucking hard as shit right now. Look how great that looks. Feels good. Like it, Susan. It's not even a Susan, dude. It's some bro, dude, that has a small YouTube channel who lives in my shadow forever, wishing they were as big. Coming in here, wondering why they're so small. Dude, when you make that pickle emoji really big, it's very suspiciously weird. Look at that curve on that thing. Dude, all right. They did this on purpose. Screw the eggplant emoji. The pickle emoji is the new thing. It just looks like a pickle like this, but when you do that, it's a little suggestive. That's the curve. Yeah, so anyways. And ribbed. It's a little much, I would say, but there you go. No, like, dude, don't listen. Don't look. I've been in this business long enough. I've completely decimated competitors long enough. I'm standing on, I walk 2 feet taller because I'm walking on piles of ashes from people that burned under my feet. Listen, I've been in this business long enough to know the only people that take their time and go out of their way to hate on you is somebody that you are beating. That's it. No random person shows up in somebody's place every day to say something bad. It's stalking at that point. You're obsessed. I'm probably obsessed with my numbers because they're so good. This is how it works. Nobody goes out of their way just to be a constant hater. It's somebody that sits there wishing they got the magic formula I got, wishing they'd swap place with me. Heartbeat. It's always some YouTuber, some rando, algo salesman, and fucking indicator pumpers and pump and dumpers and prop firm code hawkers and shit. I never really care. But that's for you, honey bunny. Open wide. All right, let's get back to trading. They're like these YouTubers and stuff come at me. They're still walking around limping from the big pickle. So whatevs. Mad dropping mad bars. I could be, should I be like should I go into rap battles? If I knew how to rap, I do come up with some pretty clever comebacks, but I just don't know how to make it rhyme. I wish I could. The only time you'd be unhappy when someone else is winning is because you yourself are not winning. That's it. Never bothers me. Nothing bothers me. I'm pretty cool. I'm cool as a pickle. Are you guys having fun when I'm not? Why would ETF do a flash sale when their website wasn't even ready? I think the flash sale is still active. You can try it. This is 90% off of the whatever it says. One step, diamond hands, and end of the day should be 90% off. But people are talking about, they're making fun of that person that comes in here every day on the fake account, Susan. We banned them. They come back every other day. They also run this fake Twitter where they're like, you know, trolling all the time and stuff, and purposefully just existing just to be like, whatever, trolling. It's always somebody that like lives in your shadow. So nobody would ever go out of their way constantly on a daily basis. That's why people make fun of the name is Susan this week. It was I forgot what it was last week, but snoozing Susan. Probably jealousy, humility. They didn't pay their humility tax. These trading, the thing is that like when the trading world, problem is like 9 out of 10 people just absolutely suck. But 9 out of 10 people, once they realize they absolutely suck, try to make a living in trading by selling something in trading. And the idea is it's like a dog-eat-dog world underneath the people that are good. Like the people that are good, there's a lot of good traders that are good. I'm gonna give some credit to some people out there that are good. Like Rips is good. I'm gonna say Pat is good. Like some of the people that are big are actually pretty good. They do make money. I know they make money. I see what they make, and you know these people stand on business. They do well, and people see them do well. That's why they get big. They didn't get big on any gimmick. And Brian's good. You know, I see Brian get payouts. Brian's made shit ton of payouts. His personal account's way up. You know, these people actually trade really well. And there's like a lot of people that don't, and a lot of people that don't sit there and they see that these affiliates make $10,000, $20,000 a day just streaming on YouTube, and they get mad because they make $50, $20, and they get mad and angry because they're like, oh man, I wish I can make it in trading. And it's like everyone thinks they deserve to have a business just because they start one, but you're not gonna have a Michelin 3-star restaurant unless you are a stellar chef. Not everybody's a good trader. There's a lot of angry people out there because you know they see the Lambo, they think they deserve the Lambo, and they're gonna do whatever they can to get it. And they get mad at people that are getting it and they don't get it. And been in the business long enough to see this is how fake traders are towards the real ones. Here's my secret. Now I would tell people, write a book. Here's the secret to getting big. Ready? You want to know the secret? What secret did I employ? We're the 3rd largest futures themed YouTube stream. Straight stream, like that straight up streaming, not TV show stream, just like stream. How? Ready? Be good at trading. That's it. Be good at what you do. There's no gimmick. I don't have fake Twitter accounts and fake YouTube accounts. I'm not boosting, engaging. There's no trickery. You guys are liking the stream. I'm good at trading. Been grinding it out for 10 years and finally I caught on. That's how it works. No, Susan, I'm telling you guys, is a fake account of some small-time YouTuber who's been stalking me for like 5 years. Always a thing. Because you know the language they use. Am I saying she's in hot? I'm saying she isn't a she. There are people that lie about their stuff and get more views. Bradley's right, but let me tell you something about those kind of people. Ultimately, the person that fakes it always falls apart. Eventually, I've seen the rise and fall of so many stars in my 10 years of being on YouTube, being on Twitter, being on podcasts. You hear names of people are like, who is this person? How'd they get big? And then a couple months later, somebody in their Discord exposed them, they're a fraud, whatever. The rise and fall always, but the strong always stay strong. And you know, that's how it is. Fakers always, their story always falls. Always fall through a hole sometime at some point. Hey guys, so today, long setup from here up to DD band was the potential trade. I closed it here. I didn't take the rest of it, but damn, that was a pretty solid move for another 20 points. I'll set a DD band. You guys remember the rule I drew on this one. I don't chase the long. Outside of band, I wait. And so when Nasdaq returns over the next hour or two, this is a B plus setup now. Okay. I never, ever chase into green line break. I always wait, even though the candles are tempting me to buy, I always wait. What's her beef with me? It's not her. I just spent 10 minutes telling you, small time YouTubers stalk and obsess because they sell crap products, try to get big, and then we're the reason they're not big because we're big and the viewers come here and not there. And they get mad and they go on your stream. Coincidentally, when they're not streaming, they're in mine. You can take a genius to see the connection there. Just a rando person. You don't even care. No, it's not TBM, it's not Pat, it's not, it's not even, it's somebody, it's rando people you wouldn't even know. It's Tyler. So the boot camp, is it interactive or do you have recordings of it? So the boot camp is recorded, Mark. You can watch it at any given time. You can watch it at your leisure. You can also attend the live sessions at market close. Up to you. Your daily hits. What's up, Red Candles? Chilling and watching the no sweating the market today. Bro, isn't that the best feeling in the world, right? When you're just like, I'm in and out. I can kind of just be done today and be okay and like not even stressing. The idea that that to me, that's like the best feeling in the world, to be like, okay, whew, I'm in, I'm out. Like, it's like you jumped into it's kind of like you think about trading some days as like a swimming pool full of sharks. And there's like gold coins at the bottom of the pool. And for a hot minute, whenever you jump into the pool, you're like, get as much as I can and get out. And the sharks are like on that side of the pool for a minute and you really get in and get out real quick. And you're like, whew, all right, I don't have to deal with that anymore. And then it's like such a great feeling to just be like in and out. Yeah, and I know for me, I still kind of want to make some trades just to keep the stream going and fight out a couple more. But man, let's see, what am I going to do right from here? Love seeing this. You guys know we talked about as bullish as it is for those Fed announcements. Hopefully nobody's trying to short this, right? At least on a fundamental basis. And that's not investment advice either. Shorting always, there's always short trades, but in a fundamental sense, like there's a lot of people trying to be like, okay, this is bearish or whatever. We clearly know that, a full 125 basis points coming off the rate is going to be perceived to be bullish by Wall Street, but not much as much that as really the economic data. CPI was good, PPI is good, GDP is good, corporate profits are up. That's exactly what saves the job market. All of these things being that way means companies have more money to invest in hiring the employees they need to do to save the job market. And Fed is going to press that forward even further by creating some bullhopium in the form of tiny little rate cuts, persistent ones, consistent ones. So with that, we're going to have a very, very nice narrative the next 6 months. It's going to be perfect. It's like every other month could be a rate cut. It's going to be pretty consistent. So that being said, and it was weird because we had some bad data for a little bit and then the data got miraculously good. And we were like even questioning, is this even real? All the data, non-farms looked great. Non-farms came through to even paint a picture of there being any kind of issue. Like economic data looks flawless. And it's weird because we thought the tariffs are going to be changing things and we thought maybe the data people are corrupt or something. Or, you know, the government agencies are corrupt or whatever. The corrections come through. Market didn't even care. So. All right, Samaritans, Ty, what's up? Are we still manually setting up our DD bands on the simmer cons? No, bro, if you, right. So they didn't fix it yet. What you do is you still got to go to the table every day and update it. The table, when you do save layout, it's not saving your table settings. And that's what I told to prioritize as the first thing. That way you only have to change it once and that's it. But the next update is going to be that when you change tickers, it should update automatically. Right now, the way that our programmers did it was that whatever you chose in this table is what it was converting on and drawing DD bands off of and whatever. And sorry, DD bands. And then what it was converting on was based on the front month contract. It's a very lazy way we did it, I'll admit. Could have done better. So instead of it just looking at the contract you typed in and then converting based on that, it was originally converting based on the front month. And a rollover, we're starting to see a few glitches there. Like you go and change the table, it fixes everything. Sometimes when I load up Z, the close, for instance, was calculated on U. And then after a couple updates, it refreshes to the real one. There's some caching things going on with that as they're trying to fix it. So in the meantime, for the most part, for at least like the next week or so, or at least until rollover, it's going to be rather annoying. And you guys are going to wake up Monday and it'll just seem normal all over again. But we're going to fix it in the back end so that next rollover is not weird like this. If I buy at the upper DD, would I put a stop around open price or lower? Right, I'd put a stop if I buy at upper DD basically based on your typical stop rules. 10 points, S&P, 40 points, NASDAQ would be what I do. Consumer spending beat huge. Bro, that was the big one. Yeah, the consumer spending was a huge beat. These things were just showed that like there was no issue and no problem. And, you know, inflation was just like a, I don't know, a Chicken Little sort of narrative of bears needed something to say. And it feels like, you know, while I think, again, you know, we see everybody says, man, it's like inflation is so bad, people can't buy groceries. But I'm like, am I just hearing the news? These days, I no longer really trust much of the news. I no longer really trust much of what I see on TV anymore. Because you never know who's just saying whatever for whatever reason. In reality, are you guys feeling like you can't afford groceries anymore? I know things are slightly more expensive. But in general, I mean, is it really that bad out there, or is it just slightly annoying? Like not really that bad. Like you feel it, or do you like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make my mortgage feel it. And then the second question is, what about people in like less fortunate situations than you, like middle class or lower middle class? Are they feeling it to the point of poverty? This is the real question. Do we know people that we're having to help out, like our friends can't pay their light bill because they can't afford groceries? Or is it just, yeah, I know I go to the grocery store now, I feel like I spend $400, but I don't think my perspective makes a lot of sense because I really don't think about that. I'm at the level where iDoc is like, that's kind of expensive. I'm like, is it? I don't really think about money in a way that most people do. Being well off sort of plants me in a place of being blind to what most people are doing. And I don't really understand like the ear to the ground. What are people really feeling? Is it hard? I know I feel like groceries are expensive. That's one thing I do know, but I'm like it's still within my budget, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. John says his wages are going up and prices are down. So some people are feeling the opposite. Yeah. Canada is absurd. It's bad here in Canada. 30-40% increase. Houston is great. Yeah, maybe it just might be a Houston thing too. Maybe where I am, it's not really that crazy. Could be a city to city thing. So many in middle class are charging their groceries and putting it on credit. Okay, that does become a problem over time. It's a banana. How much could it be? Like 10 bucks. Is the increase in cost of goods impacting consumer spending, or is it the metric based on total consumers? That I don't know. Somebody says higher middle class family here, not really drowning, but you also feel it as well. Yeah, like iDoc is the one that always looks at everything we spend and she goes like, that's way too expensive. She's like our money manager. I really don't pay much attention. But I would say I've noticed that things got slightly more expensive. People are feeling some pain. So the goal would be that people need to get raises, right? So I would say if I was in the Fed listening to what you guys are saying, people need raises, people need more money, right? So people needing more money, we need to make sure that companies are healthy enough to pay them and hire them and keep the salaries flowing. House insurance is going up 50% in Southern California. Is that because of the fires? Or just because of inflation or other things? Like, I'd feel like insurance would be going up a whole hell of a lot because of the wildfire stuff in general. Your grocery bill is up almost $2,000 a month. Additional $2,000 a month for a family of 5? Oh, up to, my bad, up to 2,000. So it's doubled in 4 years. Okay. That is pretty significant, I would say. For a family of 5, 400. Yeah, because we're spending like $500 for like a family of 2 and a dog. So, and New York is probably a lot more expensive than Texas. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Mass inflation, the cost of necessities, causes a significant increase in credit and delinquency. Right. So this could cause a short-term credit bubble. Delinquency rates go up, credit dries up, and markets cycle down. Short-term cycle is common every 5 to 7 years. We could see that. Please, Mr. Scooter, can I borrow a banana? Oh, yeah. Prices are ridiculous in Jersey. Okay. There are gas stations in California at $7 gas, but that's because California is special. Yeah, gas in Texas has always been sort of like some of the cheapest, I would assume, relative to other places in the States. Gas in Canada, my doc was, she went to Canada, she's like, oh my God, gas is so cheap here. We're like, no, it's Canadian dollars. It's like, oh. No. A carbon tax is killing you guys. You're 24, we're twin babies, and you live in California, you can see it. So even you guys who are mostly in this chat, mostly like well-off-ish, you know, like y'all are all doing well with life, you have families, you have jobs, you get paid very well, you got extra money to trade with. If you got extra money to trade with, I would say that I would consider you all doing well. If you got extra money to gamble with, then you're doing better than most people, right? So you're in the mode of, you know, it's eating into your luxury at this point rather than it's eating into your life savings. So I would assume most of you in the stream aren't on the brink of collapse. So I think that we don't want to stay blind to like what average people, the average person is going to be struggling really hard. I would call everyone watching a trading show on YouTube slightly above average at minimum. So you guys all have a little extra money is what I'm trying to say. So if y'all are feeling it and y'all have extra money, it's eating into your luxury. For people that don't have the extra money and eat into their luxury, then it's eating into their savings and their own credit. So it's probably gonna be more tough for them. Curious how long it may last. You know, how do we get, you know, how's the government or the Fed or how's any of this gonna help prices come down a little bit? Hopefully tariff inflation starts to stabilize, and you know, COVID created all these problems, and this is what we've learned. You know, I'd rather suffer through the fucking flu than have 10 years of inflation. When they shut everything down, we were all streaming I was streaming at the time. I was like, dude, This is going to create a period of hyperinflation that we won't recover from in a decade. I said this during COVID. You can't shut every business down. You can't, like, shut down that spaghetti bowl of logistics. Everybody's prices are going to go through the roof and take a decade to come down. This is the result of that. So next time we have a super flu, guys, let's campaign very hard to say, fuck it. I'll take my chances. I told people that back in the day, it's like you shut down the logistics, then when everything opens back up, you're desperate to get rolling. You'll pay higher prices to get that business just over your competitor. And everything goes up and up and up. Then you pay everybody huge salaries. And then now you can't afford to pay everybody huge salaries because commerce didn't pick up. And then all of a sudden the market crashes out. And we did that in 2022 because of that same thing. And then now everything's starting to normalize a little bit, but then Trump added tariffs to the mix and made it a little harder. So we're still dealing with post-COVID stabilization. It doesn't just reset overnight. So 7 out of 10 people in Greece don't have 1,000 in their bank account. That sounds very tough. Somebody said, well said, Matt, what comfortable people a small minority consider to be annoying, the rest of America will be crushed by. Yeah, that's kind of the poll I was trying to get from you guys. So what you guys are feeling, I would say everybody here in this stream at minimum is comfortable. You got the internet. You got a trading account. So at this point, I would call most of you guys are pretty comfortable. And if y'all are feeling it, then certainly most of middle America is going to be really feeling it hard. Yep. So that sucks. Remember Powell saying it's transitory? Yeah. Bro on YouTube said it's a decade of problems. You just know how crazy it was. We were seeing signs of that when I had a friend of mine who was a truck driver. He's like, dude, I'm making like double my salary. And I was like, what? It was like June of 2020. It's like in the heart of like, COVID round one. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm making like twice my salary. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's like they want us to get back to work, and they're like throwing money at us because people don't want to work because they're scared of the COVID. And I'm like, fuck it. I got a family to feed. I'd rather die from a virus than have my family starve. So I took the job, and everybody's like, yeah, I'm getting huge raises. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to fuck up the economy for a while. This is crazy. They started imagining everybody raising their prices. You need something. And the one person that's like, oh, I'll risk the super flu, bring me on. And you're like, all right, cool. Well, you're hired. Yeah, but these guys want to hire me too. So you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money for me risking my life for you. You can pay up. The company's like, whatever, how much you want. And it was in that boat of how much you want. And everybody had crazy double salaries. Nobody was working. Everybody's doing Zoom calls. You got your house at like 2% mortgage rate, like 2%. You locked that in 2021. You guys remember that world we lived in. It was beautiful for a minute. My buddy in Houston locked in like 2.5% or something crazy. Still brags about it to this day. And we still got people can't afford groceries, man. And crime is going up, and you're seeing all over social media. People are it feels like most of America is a freaking war zone now. I mean, poverty creates that sort of mentality. And I feel like a lot of that might be because of that. Not giveaway, not yet. Let's do that. We're bored. Let's do giveaway. Let's run it, guys. All right, let's talk about something today. What are we gonna do? Hold on. Don't type anything yet. Don't type anything yet. What do you have to give away? So what kind of steps can be taken to bring prices down? Do we think the Fed funds rate's going to help? It certainly will help in creating optimism in Wall Street, keeping stock prices high. Companies aren't laying people off, making the stagflation problem worse. Hold on, I gotta check something really quick. What does this mean here? All right. This is my Fun and Futures accounts. What do you guys want to give away? 50K scale account. Sound pretty sexy? I think that sounds sexy to me. I told you guys not to type anything yet, goofballs. Y'all started the train. See, I don't even know. Y'all just typing whatever everyone else is typing. Ooh, my Fun and Futures. You tricked you. All right. Gosh, Matt, why are you showing your gains already? People get lucky out the door. I probably have gotten lucky every day but one in September because this has been crazy. Hopefully by the middle of October, I get my 100K payout from FundedNext. I'm going to request it all at once so I can just brag on social media. I'll be FundedNext Futures' first 100K payout. Some people said wait to get to 1 million, but I don't think that's like... I mean, as cool as that would be, I don't think that's super doable with 300K accounts. I mean, it's doable, but that's gonna take a long time. I mean, I want to brag, but like, I also want to not take a year to do it. And just like YOLO full port these things all the time. Only scale a certain distance. These are no DLL though, which is good. But you still have 5 contracts max. You can't just like full port YOLO these things to the moon. You have a friend that has and FundedNext 80K times 6 accounts. You can't. So what account size do they have? I've made probably close to 100K in payouts already from them, but I'm talking about like one giant payout. Like not total, I'm talking like I want one payout to be that big. Instead of taking out 20K here and 30K here and 15K here, I want to get like, let's say one payout. Boom. The biggest single payout. That's my goal. Oh, dude, FundedNext has been my most profitable endeavor ever in props. Oh god, FundedNext is a fucking gold mine. Like, uncapped payout, no DLL, dude. It's incredible. It's like very cool. When they have the sales, load them up every time. You have to do FundedNext more. Well, you know what? Quad one. I'll do FundedNext. So you can't join the contest because a lot of these folks don't do African countries. How would you like a free FundedNext account just because I'm in a good mood? Does that sound good, buddy? Why just give you one? and I'll give some giveaway accounts to everyone else. Does that sound good? I'll give you one just to have. No strings attached. Thanks for speaking up. I didn't know that. Appreciate you telling me. All right, I'll give you one. I'll give you a 25K rapid, buddy. Might as well just be like, I mean, if all the props, if you're not able to participate in the props and you're loyal to the stream and watch a stream, it really sucks that the other props are hooking you up. All right, I'll hook you up with one. Just make sure you run up and holler at Slacks, and then I'll do a giveaway for everyone else. We'll spin the wheel for it too. Okay, so we're gonna do some my funded futures today. So I'll tell you how to claim your little gift, my man, in just a little bit. Hold on, let me get back to here. I don't want you not being able to participate like everyone else is having fun and props and having a good time. You might as well just make sure that you can actually also hang out. It kind of sucks watching from the sidelines, you know? Okay, let me show you guys what we got. We do some my funded futures scale accounts for this drawing. Type in MFFU, guys. Where the heck are the evals here? They move their evals? I don't even see. Like, I'm on MFFU's website. I can't even see where the evals are anymore. What the heck? Let me log in. Maybe that'll show it. FAQ maybe? Dude, am I an idiot, or did they just remove, like, look, I'm on their website. Where is their eval? Where are their evals side by side? I'm like, I hate when these prop firms do this stuff. Like, where are your evals? Where can I see core and scale? Where's that? Am I missing something, guys? Help me out here. Yo, Brian F, what's up, man? Thank you for the donation. Brian donated 3 boot camps. Getting your next ETF payout today. Wanted to donate a few boot camps to support. Love you, man. Appreciate it. Congrats on your payout, by the way. My funded futures is working on Uranus. All right, if you're from Uranus, I'll give you my funded futures. Go back to the arrows. It's there. Okay, wait. Which arrows? There's like a zillion of them. Okay, here. All right, you guys help me out really quick. It's in dashboard. Wait, hold on. They hate us because they ain't us. Remember Uranus? Yeah, I give boot camp to Susan. Oh God, no. Press get funded. Oh, okay. Oh, get funded up here at the top. Oh, okay, hold on. You make me log in. Sign in. But then it goes straight to the dashboard. It tries to make me log in, and when I log in, it goes to the dashboard. When I go back to the same website, it logs me out. On the lower left, click Start Challenge from Dashboard. Okay. All right, let me try that. I think like most of these prop firm companies. Okay, Start Challenge. Oh, there it is in Dashboard. Like, I think most of these prop firm companies really don't understand sales funnels, because a lot of their websites are very weak. And you have to understand your customer needs information as fast as possible. Okay. All right. If you have to dig for it, you're going to lose a customer. All right. So scale accounts is what I was looking for you guys. All right, I was looking for the payout caps on here at the bottom. Okay, cool. So we're gonna give away 50K scale accounts, which My Fund of Futures has core, scale, and pro. What's the major difference, right? So pro is their, what we call their, let me start over. All three of them, no DLL, no consistency rules once funded, which is great. Okay, and the evaluation setting, it's a 50% consistency, 2 days to pass, similar to Top Step and all. And 50% is pretty common for the big dogs. But no consistency, no DLL when funded in all three type of the accounts. It makes My Fund of Futures pretty much the best firm that there is as far as rules go. Now, pro, core, and scale are different because of the way the payouts go. Pro, you consider your giant lump sum, semi-uncapped payout. You get up to 80K or 80% of 100K in a lump sum payout after the 14 days of trading. So 14 days of trading, you can take out 80,000 bucks. That's it. Core and scale, you can take out payments in payment plans. And scale, you can take out after 5 days of trading, you can get a payout. The maximum payout you can do is 1,000 bucks each time with core. So core is like a much cheaper product. All the rules are same as pro, except for you get payouts every 5 days of 1,000 bucks. For $77 a month to $1,000 every 5 days could be a tidy return, as core is a really good affordable plan, less than 100. Scale is slightly different than core, and that instead of $1,000 payout, each payout you get is slightly bigger, 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 and bigger. So when you're comparing like the core 50K of $1,000 each payout, scale 50K is $1,250, then $1,750, then $200, $2,025, etc. Each payout gets progressively bigger, and that's how that works. So we're gonna give away some of these today for you guys. Welcome, Matt. Are you ready to start your journey with My Fund of Futures? I already worked there. I'm already on their show. I've already started my journey there. I'm already live with these guys. $77 recurring a month forever. Yes. 80-20 split in My Funded, yeah. Okay. You're ready to roll it, guys. And so scale plan My Fund of Futures is a very, very popular plan because it's very inexpensive. Payouts are significant. A very popular plan here. You guys love it. Give away some of those guys. All right. All right. All right.
Well, the charts went silent in the midday sun. Matt kicked open the saloon yelling free stuff, son. He's got prop firm bounties in a burlap sack.
Give away
And a boot camp lasso slung across his back. Yippee-ki-yay! It's a giveaway bonanza. Rocket scooter master in up a stanza. Too small for his head.
All right, winner number 1 coming through, baby.
He's wrangling
Right now,
funded account.
Naval. Winner number 1, 50K scale account.
Folks say he can outtrade a rattlesnake's tail, catching market moves like he's riding the rail. just a rolling off his chair, drawing LP lines in the desert air. Yippee-ki-yay, it's a giveaway.
Bonanza.
Rocket scooter master.
The winner typed. The winner typed.
He's wrangling Lynn-funded accounts instead.
You can make out a round 6 tail. Like the AI music just tried to put like anything it could think of that was like cowboy themed. Move the winner window up. Oh, that's so weird. My bad. My bad. Come on. My bad. I forgot you guys can't see that. My bad. Now you can see it. The winner typed. We couldn't see who it was. It was they got in. It was Naval, Sal, and Kamal. All right. You guys are gonna really enjoy My Fun and Futures. It's a great program. Rattlesnakes used to go for a pretty penny and trade, maybe. Susan for the win. Let's go. All over his head. Dean Thompson. Ever been to the Rattlesnake Roundup? No, it sounds like a fun time. All right, we'll do find a next giveaway as well after this. I love you guys that much. That's why. Dean Thompson. I hear a pickle behind me. It means an eye doc is not far away. Type something in the chat, my dude. Oh, the semifinals. Time to get it on with the semifinals today. We'll push through and finish up the song contest. Also go to the semis this week. Dean Thompson, you gotta type something in chat, buddy. Gotta type, man. Gotta type. Slap those keys. Oh, Dean Thompson didn't want to do it. All right, well. Scariest thing in prison, I hear a pickle behind me. Dean Thompson, don't type. Okay, well. Adios, Dean. Just letting you guys know, for the prop firm people that try to like enter the giveaways with multiple accounts, we've gotten 3 people banned from prop firms permanently, so we're trying to use multiple accounts and stuff. They like block the person's IP and everything. Ooh, hey. Amon? Okay. Let's do the fun next, I promise you guys. We got Naval, Kamal, and Naman. These names are all very similarly spelled. So as I say, we broke through DD band. The only other particular setup I could have is a B+ setup. We consider this B+, off of green only. Remember, I tell you, I don't chase the green break. I wait for the green test. I'm gonna reward the people that typed in first. I'm gonna spin the wheel immediately. And today I'll give away a whole bunch of these as well. Adrian, what's up, buddy? Bam. I got a lot of these to give away, so. Those of you that won the accounts, here's what you need to do. You need to go to the YouTube channel, description below this video. You're going to need to type in. Sorry, you need to go to the YouTube channel, go to the description, go to our Discord, go to our contest channel, locate an admin. His name is Slacks. You have 1 hour to do this. Consistent investor. Didn't you just say a second ago you never win? You needed a win today. There you go, buddy. The universe heard you. My bro. He just said it. He literally said it earlier. I think that was him that said that. If this is the day he's not here. Let's go, bro. There you go. I told you, you gotta be patient. We'll do 3 of these too. So with FundedX is really, really good. FundedX is by far has become my favorite prop firm to trade with. It has now taken the #1 spot. It's the most amount of payouts I've gotten. It's the quickest path to payout. It's about to be the biggest payout I've ever gotten. And so why I like these guys is that it's uncapped and it's 100% 0% split. That's it. And the legacy counts. Evan, my man, next winner. Get that. All right. Congrats, buddy. Okay. That's it. That's the ones. That's the ones. You guys are okay. So go to our Discord, go to contest channel, talk to Slacks, SLACKS. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your account. Give him that screenshot. Tell him your email that you signed up for the prop firm. You got to sign up for FundedX. You got to sign up for My Funded Futures. Give him that email address. I'll give you instruction on how to get your account. You'll get it within a couple of days. You have 1 hour to write him, and you're good. Okay. Congrats, y'all. We'll do some more today, and y'all come on My Funded TV because we're going to give away, I think today they said they can give away 20. So 20 accounts on My Funded TV with the form. Usually they do 1, sometimes they do 2. I think you're going to do 2 today. So FundedX has 2 different kinds of accounts, Legacy and Rapid. Rapid is by far the one everybody buys. That's everyone's favorite account now of the 2. Rapid is 1 day to pass, 3 days to pay out. That's it. 40% consistency. That's all. And then it's like the MFFU scale plan, except for it's faster to pay out. It's 3 days instead of 5. So it's a faster payout. And it scales. Each time you get a payout, you go bigger. Then that's basically why people like it, because it's so quick to pay out. Time to pay out is by far, I tell people, the biggest value in a prop account is the quickest time to pay out. Every time a prop account shaves off a day, like Top Step is 7 days, and like FundedX Legacy is 8 days, for instance, right? This is all, let me say, My Funded Futures 7 days or whatever. Isn't Top Step also 7 days, right? 7 days. It's 1 day to pass. Yeah, 1 day to pass. You can YOLO pass these things. That's why they're becoming everybody's favorite account. 1 day to pass, no monthly fee, no activation fee. It's a one-time fee, and then 3 days to pay out. Brittany, what's up? Hey, how did it go, by the way? Brittany's been busy. Fill us in. You've been doing a whole hell of a lot of stuff. It's good to see you back, by the way. Happy Thursday to you as well. Yeah, so no activation fee, no monthly fee, which is great. And they don't even do a profit split. It's 100% 0%. So these are things that made them stand out and people started liking it. But then they came out the Rapid, which was like basically like slightly faster payout than My Funded Future Scale. That's it. The Legacy, the one I trade, is a different kind of account. Instead of it being the scaled payout tiers, it's a lump sum payout, uncapped, fully uncapped. So after 5 days of trading, so that is a 40% consistency, which is 3 days to pass. and then 5 days to pay out. And then at 5 days, you get half of your balance, whatever it is. If it's $1 million, you take out 500K at 100%, 0% split. And sometimes they have a DLL on them, but sometimes they have a sale where there's no DLL and uncapped payouts. And no firm on planet Earth offers no DLL and uncapped payouts, period. Nobody offers that. And so every once in a while, FundNX will have a sale for no DLL and uncapped payouts. Now I've got a ton of those accounts already sitting in the queue, and I've got 3 of them I'm fighting to get huge payouts on that I have a huge buffer in already. So that's it. Quadwan, yeah. So I said I'll give you, no, you get a free account. I'm gifting you one. I'm saying your name right. Mac Giatra Quadwam. Is it Quadwam? How do I say that? Whatever. Did you say to give you one? Yep. I will give you one rapid 25 account for a gift. That's correct, sir. You know, I was like, you know, you're watching the stream, you're loyal to the stream, and you can't really participate in the giveaways. So I was like, I'll just gift you one just for you having something. No DLL is dangerous for them. Yeah. How do I plan to make 100K with that end of the day drawdown? What do you mean? Funded next, when you go, there's no end of the day drawdown. In the legacy, once you're on the funded side, it's locked at starting balance. You don't blow the account. No. That once you make your let me see if I can remember. The daily loss limit is daily loss limit, but the drawdown only trails to a certain point, then it stops and it's basically static. Like I don't have any drawdown in these accounts. Like the distance to drawdown is all huge on all these things. So once you get past a certain point, I think it's once you make the end of the day drawdown in profit, then it locks as a static at the starting balance, just like most end of the day accounts. So for me, it's the starting balance. So my drawdown is the entire buffer. Yeah. And I'm in the legacy, so that's different. So we had some donations today, you guys. Wow, I'm very excited. Thank you guys. Shawnee P, hook up the member from Africa with the month of boot camp to go with this 25K account. Dang, Shawnee, man, appreciate it, dude. So, buddy, Budwam, what you do is, looks like the community is really taking care of you, bud. So you need to go to Discord and talk to Slacks. I'll hook you up with the free boot camp as well. It's really awesome. Sean, one of our members just bought you trading classes also, man. This has been your lucky day, dude. I think this is pretty cool. This community is awesome. So you talk to him, he'll give you your free boot camp. He'll give you your FundNX account. Have some fun. So combination, Brian F and donation, and Sean, you guys donated $90 to the stream. That's really awesome. So what I'll do is I'll give away some boot camps, which we'd love to do. So I'll give away 10 seats. So I'll take what you guys donated and I'll add some to it. I'll donate 10 seats total. So if you guys haven't taken the Rock Cedar boot camp and you're ready to learn day trading, let me teach you something cool about our program. Okay. Time for me to do a little brag, which is, you know, I'm very proud of. If you want to learn my trading style and you want to read the reviews of what people have said, let me give you guys the link really quick. Hold on. Got this link here. You guys are welcome to check it out. The boot camp is a 20-day training program that we have. That it's 17 classes and it's $20 a month. So basically it's $1 a class. Every 2 months we start it over. It's designed to be a boot camp. It's a daily class every day, and it will grill you into being a better prepared trader. We teach you the 3 basic tenets of trading, which is trend identification, position and risk management, position sizing strategies, especially stop strategies, cost basis management strategies, and we go into market avoidance strategies. All the things that are required to be a professional or full-time day trader. It's not a chart reading class. It is a betting class. And these are all the people that have taken it over the last year or so. We've been doing it. And you can come and read the reviews from all the customers. We can scroll down. These are all legitimate customers that have bought the boot camp. They like it so much they buy it for each other. They donate it forward. And just reading what people have said, a lot of people, Matt's trying to teach the course. The content is mind-blowing. He isn't kidding. Always do the hedge pressure rebalancing. We're out there, but holy cow, markets are hacked in the undeniable data feeds, turned to a tradable system. Most comprehensive trading education out there. It's a powerful tool that helps you understand why prices move the way that they do. Strongest fundamentals, most reliable indicators in the space, no doubt. I mean, people really just signed up this week, but only been on the Zoom calls all week and blown away by the content. Very glad with the bulletin sign up plan, devaluing the content, renewing next month. Very cool. So people, like I said, go read what the reviews are. These are honest reviews from honest customers and what they said. And again, our boot camp has become the sole reason our community is as big as it is. And the culture you guys built around donating it to each other just really blows my mind. So because of that, 10 of you can come for free and learn what it is we do. Now, if you've never done our boot camp before, ever, not a customer, nothing, type in free class and we'll give away 10 spots just for funsies today. All right. I want to play some different songs here. And this is really cool because we're going to start up in about a month, 3 weeks from now, give or take. And whenever we start up, you guys are welcome to come. The classes go over statistical methods of having an edge. For instance, we teach you the statistics of why the market does what and how often it does things and the probabilities of a lot of stuff so that you know where the edge lies in the market in general. We teach you position sizing strategies immediately as the core principle from class 2 onward is what you study. Position sizing is the main reason most of you guys fail. It has nothing to do with getting the trend right or wrong. It has nothing to do with the indicators you're using. It's your position size is not correct for the risk you're taking. You have no way to judge the market and the risk that you're in front of. And therefore you're betting too big usually when the market's too risky to bet that big. And you don't have a way to read it. We'll teach you a way to read it. Position sizing is solely the key to consistency. This is the reason why you see each of my accounts are never above 2,000 or 3,000 each and never below 2,000 or 3,000 each when I lose. It's consistent, day in and day out, up market, down market, choppy market, flat market. It's the same every day with me. And we teach you how to have that razor sharp focus and applying yourself for consistency. So 10 of you guys are going to come for free. I'm going to keep spinning the wheel. And we'll keep this going for a little bit. Mitts, winner number 1. Thank you guys for donating it. So we have a big trend here for people that go through the boot camp to buy it and donate it to other people. It's been this kind of weird culture thing that we have. People have had the mentality of, hey, I got my first payout. I'd love to pay it forward. Very cool when I see that. It's very cool. UJ. All right, so it looks like S&P is pulling back a little heavier than NASDAQ is. NASDAQ is a little more the bull side. S&P is giving us a little bit of that deviation here. I have a feeling that S&P is going to maybe fill the gap today, but everything does look good for an open support. I don't know. Please go down on me. Very weird divergences. Nathan is saying, yeah, bro, I agree. A little weird seeing that. Can't breathe. Should I just jump into something? I'd have been waiting along something. Head open. Please go down on me. The songs you guys write are just stellar, man. Please go down on me. Spyro. These are all songs from the semifinals, by the way. Middle of check VIX. I might just plan a contract right now and just sit on it. Just to bet the market doesn't fall apart. On the next little bit of red I get. What is that? 4 of you guys? Alright, we'll do 6 more. Matt, did I just short? Oh, no. I haven't executed any trades yet. Nothing yet. I'm thinking about longing, by the way. Somewhere though. Resilience is definitely better on this next open tap. So resilience was good here. It's better here. If we tap it again, I'm definitely gonna long in all the rest of the zeros. Best day of the year, Chamber keeps. Hell yeah, dude. Dave Allen says no problem paying for the class. You can handle 20. Really appreciate that. Our boot camp has always been designed to be, well, at least I believe that trading classes and courses are mostly chart reading classes taught by failed traders. Not really like somebody that's a masterful application trader, like somebody that's really good at betting, really good at position sizing. This is really a skill set of a trader, emotion, psychology, everything. And I've never seen a trading class actually go out there and detail the things people really need to know. And also these gurus sell this crap for thousands of bucks. And we were like, let's become famous by making the best thing out there and then making it $1 class. And it happened to work, so it took off, and it's the reason why we rocketed. And like, I guess, you know, people started discovering us. They're like, this guy's just like teaching for basically free. All right, let me try building something here. All right, let me get some S&Ps ready to go. All right, and I'm gonna do, I don't know which account this is, but let me just, let me see, which one are you? Okay, I'm gonna do one S&P long. Again, I'm just gonna play it. I'll take drawdown whenever I can. This is a runner to sit on all day. I'm gonna get in at the undershoot in 1 as we fall into there. As long as resilience, Stephen L. next winner. As long as resilience is slightly better, I'm gonna double down and add to a couple other accounts at open price today. Please go down on me. Right, let's hold that line. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. On a Friday morning. The breakout was divine.
I was margin call moaning, but Lord, I still held that line. They said don't chase, but I was greedy. I said this chart looking my
Free class is one word, you guys. Gotta pay attention. I'm very proud of the boot camp, and by far is one of the most substantial things I've built, I feel. Is the training. All right, 4 more of you guys. I'll be right back. Wall wheel spinning.
Feels like a fool. Oh, the market gonna test you. Take your pride, shake your spine. But child, don't panic, sell. Just hold that line. I've seen red days, rain like thunder, and green wicks vanish like ghosts. I've been front run by the devil's algos, stopped out right before the post. But I don't place no faith in tickers, and I ain't worshiping no screen, 'cause my broker ain't my shepherd. My risk is washed, my soul is clean. Hold that line, hold it, Lord. When the
Wait, what's going on, Mitts? What did I say? I didn't see the message. What was the message? Hold on. Don't leave. What if it hits on Ryan Wade? You won twice? Oh, Mitts. If you win twice, you can't just pick somebody to give it. What we do is we just recycle it. But I'll give. Well, I guess in this time, if you want to pick somebody, I'll give it to your friend. Okay, I'll give it one of them to whatever his face is. But normally we don't do that, but I'll do it today. I'm in a good mood. So I'll pass it on. Closing out those scalps. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Just scalping. Just having some fun. And my funded accounts, I hit those with, in my funded next accounts, I hit those with slightly bigger position. And 2, I hit them with 4. Now we're up here. Ooh. All the zeros are filled now. Green across the board. Oh my God. There's a playlist on the Discord, dude, in the song submission category. Okay, so we're gonna give away one of those to your friends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more to give away. People were asking why did I long there? Undershoot, overshoot principle. So longing at the open. We've consolidated there for about an hour. Undershooting open. I chose 3 accounts. If it was going to fall to open, I'd choose the rest of them and long them all a little harder. I only did 3 accounts instead of 5, right? So Joseph Novik, claim your thing. Let me show you. Resilience is getting slightly better each time you get close to open. So I was taking the gamble. We had this sort of candle like this and it's consolidating. Nasdaq was getting very close to green. So this right here was this right there. So Nasdaq pushed up, this pushed up, stabilized, dropped and pushed up, this pushed up higher, and then this dropped again, and this pushed up higher. And I said, yeah, on the next red, I'm going to get in long. If you wanted to know why I longed, I even said all of that earlier, but that is exactly why. It was longing it open, but remember, as they teach you in the volatility class, when VIX is above triple B, you have to assume undershoot, overshoot philosophy. And then I go to my handouts, the boot camp. I'll show you guys the VIX handout right now, which you guys all learned in the VIX class. It'd be pretty straightforward. Is that whenever VIX is above triple B, which is what I'm circling here on my screen, you can have undershoot and overshoot. Because of that, you long before, below, and near your stop to build a position in this environment. Anybody here have a question about this before I keep going with the giveaways? This is a handout. I longed at a 10-point undershoot on S&P on bettering resilience. when Nasdaq was showing signs of moving higher, and there's divergence between the two. As you may notice, two of those zeros now made $1,500, and one of these made $400. So that choice right there was a $3,500 gain. What's a triple B? Where do you find that? Aha, you come to the boot camp and learn this. This is in the Discord. All right. So Token, you guys are getting free boot camps. So you're going to learn my trading style for free. That's what you guys are getting. That's it. Yes, sir. So you guys get to come to the boot camp for free. We need one more. So everybody asks why how long? Any confusion there? Remember, I'm looking for clues at all times, and sometimes the market isn't going to be exact as a science, but here's some of the rules that we're going to follow. Okay, let me make this bigger so you can see it, okay? Line, you guys can see this. Okay, I always forget that I got to make this bigger for y'all. Okay, number one, the DD band is broken on NASDAQ. All morning, I had this drawn here. I ignore this, right? I wait. This is a standard thing. And then on the return, I long. And I say I'll wait at least an hour if I need to. That is from another handout on that band. And so that trade setup, I take pretty consistently. Grab it for y'all. That trade setup is here. Now I'm going to make it bigger where y'all can see it. You see, like on the break, no shorting. Make it bigger. On the break, no shorting. On the dash line means wait and hold. This always means wait and hold. Wait and hold, long only on strong pivots, including the band itself. So usually when you break, I hold, no shorting, no shorting, no shorting. Then I wait, then it bounces, then I go. That's a typical setup off of DD bands. And sometimes you will undershoot, overshoot, not exactly touch the band when VIX is in the state that it's in. And we call VIX above contango midpoint, which is the current state of VIX. And I teach you this in the boot camp. Normally we hit pivots exactly and I'll take the long, but normally, so abnormally is when VIX is like this, you can undershoot or overshoot. You have to build a position around it. So I choose usually a 10-point give or take undershoot, or I feel it if I feel it. Today, the undershoot case was feeling it. Now again, as long as I get my 10-point scalp, I'm good, which I did and I closed out. The idea is that here's a couple of pieces of evidence. Every time I touch the open price today, I consult this white line. Each time I touch the white line is getting better than the open. So if the open was, sorry, here, I'm at the wrong place. This is there. We touch the white line, it's here. We touch the white line, it's here. We're about to touch the white line again. It's better. If the white line gets better, it means more stocks have filled their gap or gapped and gone. And therefore, it's a higher probability the open is support. The algo tells you the open is support. As you see right here, it says support. So all of a sudden, I have that B plus setup that I drew this morning is there with the possibility of undershoot. So I can long again, and then long again at my stop. As long as this confluence is there, I'm building a position around this. Does everybody understand when I say build a position around it? So why did I choose here? Because NASDAQ was doing another thing that I always take, which is that B plus setup, which is if you break the green and it touches green, I long at the green, again with an undershoot. NASDAQ fell, rallied up. At the same time, S&P rallied up. NASDAQ consolidated, rallied higher. S&P consolidated, dipped lower. S&P consolidated, dipped even lower. And NASDAQ was going up the whole time. So as NASDAQ was going up, and you guys remember, rewind the stream, I said this happened and this happened and this happened. I said at the next red candle, I'm going to long. And you guys heard me say that. And we dipped and I longed in 3 of my accounts, got my 10 points, got out of the way. Had I been wrong, had it fallen to there, I would have added 2 more contracts to this one right below. And then I would have longed in a couple more of these accounts that still have room to make money. And I would have longed finally close to about all 5 of my accounts right about here. And I would have stopped at half gap or if resilience got worse. Again, you notice how none of my decisions had anything to do with like chart shapes and candle patterns and time frames and what else other stuff. This is all risk and position management, arbitrage between stocks and the index, watching divergence between two of the things. And like I said, this is where when you want to see people trading and trading well, there's a different layer to somebody who really does well at this and someone who doesn't. And you notice all the things we're teaching you guys about undershooting, accommodating for VIX, spreading my risk out, only trading a handful of accounts. All of that's what we teach in the boot camp. So this is what the boot camp's about. These are all trade setups for boot camp. Very textbook boot camp setups too. That's why I was so confident in jumping in on it. Now, if I was wrong, it would have fallen to there. I would have added more. If resilience was worse than the last tap, I would have closed out, which right now it is definitely worse, or sorry, it's still better than the last tap, but it's getting close to being even here. So now the way that it's looking as we're getting some divergence right now, I don't like the longness. The idea is there's more stocks actually selling off now than there were earlier. So the idea is if it falls to there, I'm not going to take the long this time, because this will be in a worse situation. If this were to fall, this is certainly to fall, and now we're lower. Everyone in chat, do you guys all understand this? Before I move on. This is what the stream is about. Like basically to justify and teach you guys the trades I'm taking and why. That's why the stream is here. So I'll like to teach you guys some stuff. Does this make sense to everybody? Are we all good? Triple B is the contango midpoint. It's my magic VIX number I talk about all the time. Now I can finally see chat, right? I couldn't see what you guys are saying. All right. So the idea is that I'm utilizing the look right now. You see, it doesn't mean I'm going to short, but it means the long setup just got weaker. Look at this. We're watching it in real time. So here, here, this is the white line, here and here, that tap, and we're above. It doesn't mean I'm shorting, but it means when we fall there, I'm less likely to long. It also means if we fall there, it doesn't break out there. So now it becomes high a day. All of you call sellers, that's now the high of the day. If this does not sustain the same amount, we don't break that out again. So even if I did take the long from here, it doesn't break that. It won't push harder in a worse situation. Fewer, and this is market cap weighted. So there's less market cap on this side of the box of the stock. So this is all the stocks in one gulp at their open and close. So this is a gap fill thing. Today, S&P gapped up, right? And this white line is telling you the percent of market cap that is also basically gapped up. And without telling you anything further, just assume it's that. More stocks have also gapped, held the halfway point, and kept going than before. Anytime this is above zero, then this middle line is support, as we saw today, where I longed initially. Now, as you see, it's deteriorating. It doesn't mean I'm still selling, but what you see is what we call a bull trap. Right now, you can see it starting to build. This is likely a bull trap. This is ticking up, and this is ticking down. You see that? Stocks are pushing down lower, and the index is pushing up higher. This is likely a trap. Doesn't mean I'm going to short. I don't take shorts against it, but I'm safely away from it on the sidelines. Same thing with NASDAQ. NASDAQ is ticking up, and the stocks are ticking down. I say ticking down. More stocks are crossing their barrier here, or market cap, than crossing their barrier here in this particular place. So the index is showing divergence from the stocks. The stocks are here, or more stocks are down here. Not all of them, but more of them are. The net sum of all market cap is still above here because we're above zero, but it's less strong than earlier. So if I see this, I tell myself the likelihood of that is not possible unless this goes up. So I can say, aha, it looks like it's trying to rally, but I don't trust it, so I'm not going to chase this long. So this is going to keep me out of doing that. I'm still not bearish on this, but I'm not comfortably longing from here because it's in a worse spot. And this is more likely to end up down in here rather than up there. And so resilience is one of like your favorite indicators once you get through our program. It's really good at seeing this. And now again, All it's doing is telling you if the index is tracking the stocks. If the stocks are moving first, the index is going to go with it. And it's using the gap fill principle to sort of show that. So, right, these are two very complex topics I just put together. But we give you guys handouts to teach you all the setups and stuff. All right, how many have we given away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that one giveaway 8. Two more. So here we go. Is it undershoot overshoot also useful for strong pivots? Yeah. The difference is I longed a little harder than I would. 5 contracts was pretty hard, or 4 contracts was pretty hard for the 2 that I longed and my funded next. But those accounts got ridiculous buffers on them, so I don't even care. And I'm very bullish because of FOMC. So normally I wouldn't have hit it that hard on an undershoot. So I did go a little harder, but I was very confident, at least for that little retrace scalp that I did. So right now, like I wouldn't be surprised if some red candles start coming out of this and this doesn't consolidate and trade higher. GT, you're number 9. Baby. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. As long as I'm wrong from the right place is all that matters. One more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That last one is definitely Ryan Wade. Let's go. Simran. Okay, the 10 of you guys. Feel the explanation on the chart, Mark Frank? This is basically what the boot camp goes over choice making. And as far as like training a trader, choice making is extremely important. As you see, not everything is going to be textbook. Textbook is just a framework, right? We didn't hit the pivot. What made me choose exactly there? Well, as you see, once you get better at trading, your fine-tuning approaches also starts to matter. But I'm thinking of those micro things. NASDAQ is up, and then up, and then up, and S&P is just down and down and down, and everything looked good. NASDAQ, and I confirmed here, yep, NASDAQ definitely overshot. And on this point, as NASDAQ is creeping higher, S&P is creeping lower. On feel alone, I started my position there. How far away from the pivot? Again, there's no science, right? The stock market's random, but you have to do your best judgment. And my judgment is, okay, what happens if it falls to there? Can I absorb 10 points of impact with 2 contracts here? Well, that's $1,000 of loss. Absolutely here. On 4, that's $2,000 of loss in these guys. These guys are up tens of thousands of dollars. I can easily absorb a 2K loss. So the way that I handle that variability is the position sizing, knowing how far my limit is to close out, making sure position size is well enough to be able to do that. So here, I would have added 1 more there. I would have gauged resilience the entire time. If it got worse, I would have just cut at any random point. As long as it stayed good, I would long as far as there to bet. So I would enter all through each of these places, here, here, and here, to build around this pivot, undershoot at, and then below, to build up. And then so when you're watching it, it's like, well, how far away or exactly? Normally when VIX is above that contango midpoint, you're gonna have shit like this. And this is where the difference between a pro and a non-pro made that trade, and a non-pro didn't make it because they weren't fine-tuning that approach. Maybe they missed out on this leg, which is cool. But as you get better and better, you start to see little opportunities that you try to bet on. At the end of the day, all you're doing is betting and taking a spot. Had we not had Fed day yesterday, I probably wouldn't have been so eager to try to keep long in this. You know what I mean? That threw like such a huge bull catalyst the market. Master betting made. Paul Ramirez, I think this is the last. Wow. Okay, the winners, you guys need to do the same thing. Go to the contest channel, talk to Slacks, and he'll hook you guys up. So Paul Ramirez, GT Harris, Moon Thing, Mitz, Cody Big, Spyro, Ruana, LJ, Evan. Sorry, LJ or UJ. Is that 10? And your buddy who you gave it away to. All right. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Hold on one second, guys. I am catching up on some Discord messages here. One second. See, now Res is tailing up again, so it's definitely back to the good spot. Let me see what do I have here. Oops. Heck. On you guys. A few things I gotta tail really quick. Give me a second. What is the... Right, so right now, currently letting you guys know there's an ETF is having a sale that is 90% off, which is pretty good. For one step, end of the day, and Diamond Hands accounts are 90% off. I'm gonna like change the banner here real quick. All right, we got about 45 minutes left to go to My Funded TV. It's been one hell of a day. As you see, I didn't chase that long earlier with my suspicions. When I mentioned I don't think it's a breakout and go, and we pulled back, so the intuition's pretty good, but mostly it's just the indicators. I could be wrong and that I missed out on this, but I'm being cautious here with that particular setup. Pretty good, right? Just waiting on that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. All right. What trades did I take today? Long. I bought the dip at half cap, closed out, market went, market dipped. I took that scalp there. That's it. That's all I took today on. This and that. That's it. That's all I did. That's all I had to do. ETF is a 90% off sale today. That's right. Only 3 of the accounts, the end of the day, Diamond Hands in one step. 90% off. How resilience is calculated? Oh, absolutely. It's one of the pieces of our sauce we do detail. Now, again, I have a whole class teaching you how it's calculated, but let's pull up NVIDIA just to give you guys a little detail. You guys familiar with gapping? NVIDIA open here today. It says open. NVIDIA closed here yesterday. So when you see this, NVIDIA has gapped up, okay? In the middle, we call it half gap, the midpoint. What resilience does is it looks at all companies in the S&P 500 for the S&P one, NASDAQ does it for NASDAQ. and ask one simple question. Is that stock gapping or going, or is it gapping and fading? Then NVIDIA gap up, and if it's fading, it'll be below the halfway point. Now, the reason this is important is because at the open and close of the market is always high volume, because it's a very liquid spot. The MOO and MOC process allows market makers to create high volume. Create one price for all traders, and all traders are filling at that particular spot that are doing MOC and MO orders, which causes high volume at the end of the day. This is where the high volume comes from. Firms and funds getting in at one spot. It's a whole process. You can Google MOO and MOC orders to learn that process. But what it basically means is there's high volume at the open, high volume at the close. High volume means liquid, okay? The middle of two liquid spots is double liquid. So the half gap is one of the most important pivots that you have. It's an extremely liquid spot. When I like to trade where volume will be. That's always been my thing. So I know there's going to be volume here, here, and here, just because that's kind of how trading works. And therefore, what resilience does, ask one simple question, is that if a stock has gapped up or gapped down, what's it doing now? NVIDIA has gapped up and has kept going. So if I were to have two buckets and I were to say gap in one of them and fade in the other, then NVIDIA clearly has gapped and is not fading. It's fading when it's down here. It's gapping when it's up here. So NVIDIA has gapped. Therefore, NVIDIA gets a token in the bucket, okay? And the bucket is on a seesaw. If other stocks have gapped and faded, let's just cycle through some of them. Microsoft has gapped up and faded. Microsoft is over here. Microsoft has a hole in the a pebble in the bucket there as well. And the pebbles are weighted by market cap. Some of the smaller stocks will be tiny pebbles. Some of the bigger stocks will be big pebbles. And resilience is basically weighing which way it's tilting, basically on the gapping principle, where the liquidity is trying to be found. The open price is the most liquid spot of the morning, close price the most liquid spot at the afternoon. The entire market maker's job is to provide liquidity or find liquidity, and therefore it's seeking liquidity. If a stock is at the halfway point, what resilience is designed to do is that if every stock is sitting at its halfway point, let's just say this is NVIDIA, this is Microsoft, this is, I don't know, JP Morgan, something. We're all sitting here in the middle. If every stock is at zero or at the half gap, then resilience is at zero. It means balanced. Everything is sort of gapped up and returned to the halfway point. Everything's sitting at the most liquid spot of that process. If just one company decides to move, example is if all the other 499 companies are flat and JP Morgan starts to move, what's going to happen is our algorithm is designed to say, okay, JP Morgan price is going up. Prices only go up when you're looking for sellers. So where are the sellers? Aha, they'll be at the open, because we know there's big volume at the open. So therefore the algorithm makes a calculation and says, well, we have this much farther to go to open. JP's at 511, but it should go to 511.50. 511 is the actual value. The algorithm will say, nope, 511.5 is the implied value. It's likely going to here instead. It's going to go a little bit higher. And therefore, the algorithm recalculates the S&P based on that extra little bump that it might do. And therefore, you get S&P implied as well. And then we compare the actual S&P that might only be doing this to the implied value of the S&P that now has a bump. And we say S&P needs to track a little higher in case JP fills its gap, then S&P is going to be priced X amount of percent higher. And therefore resilience does that for all 500 companies at once, and then balances itself to say, is the index leading or lagging the stocks? People have touted this as the most inventive thing that they've ever seen as far as trading goes for them. And this is one of my favorite indicators ever made, because it's designed to be a predictive indicator, because it's looking at implied values. Implied values mean values that moves that haven't happened yet. I'm trying to forecast the index going up. Do you remember a second ago when I said bull trap? You guys remember that when I said bull trap? Everybody, how'd I do? How did I do? One indicator, bull trap, pretty damn good, right? Okay, so the idea becomes, because resilience, and again, all resilience is telling you is if the S&P, and we use SPY, but we convert it to futures, it all boils down to the simple thing. Couple of neat things come out of that class. If this is above 0, then it means the S&P is likely to stay above its own half gap. If most of the stocks are up here and wanting to go this way, then why would the S&P be down here? It doesn't make any sense why the S&P would fill its gap if most of the market cap is going this way, right? And it's market cap weighted to answer that question. So when it's above 0, we tell ourselves this is support, and the algorithm picks that up. It says support. This box is support somewhere. And even right here, it might actually long. Once we get there, it's less strong than it was the first time. It's definitely less strong, but it's still above 0, which means I could still try to long it. It just means I don't long it for any higher than that, because if it failed the first time and failed the second time to break out and resilience is getting worse, then we can use that to say, why would the S&P go even higher with fewer stocks on this side of the gap? So therefore, I tell myself, if I were to long from here, it's only a scalp to there. And then I get out of the way. You see how you can use it that way? So we use it for that sort of divergence, sort of almost like in a way, you can use it as breadth, just like you would any other breadth indicator. But it's designed to be balanced around here. If resilience is at 0, then the market cap is balanced. There's equal probability or equal market cap on both sides. And the S&P is right on par where it needs to be. NASDAQ is less than 0, which means NASDAQ could end up down here. We don't short on this. This is never a direction indicator. It's a caution indicator to not take a trade, or a position sizing indicator as well. NASDAQ is giving me the scare, but S&P isn't. So who do I trust? I always trust Big Daddy S&P. NASDAQ you can kind of ignore unless you're trading NASDAQ as a slight caution. S&P is good. As a matter of fact, with S&P being good, I technically could try and undershoot long here. But I was thinking about it, and I don't like it with NASDAQ being a little worse. And I'm going to talk myself out of taking the long here. And let me take the long at the half gap, or maybe even at the gap fill. As a matter of fact, the gap fill sounds even better. If NASDAQ is bad, then it's going to try to start yanking NASDAQ down a little bit. Then S&P might hit its MHP and gap fill. And boy, let me take an A+ long right there and just there and close out. Why just there and close out? Because this is trailing down. We're not going to break that high. And now I'm like 3 steps ahead. So now I'm just going to sit here all day. I'm going to wait for the S&P to fall to 66.60. I'm going to long the devil's number for a 30-point rip, and then I'll just close out for more profit. Now I plan my trade ahead of time with all these rationales to go with it. But yeah, so resilience is one of the things I actually teach people the secret sauce, how it works underneath it. The fact that we use implied values allows you to see things ahead of time. You see how resilience was nosediving while the S&P was trailing up? That's because we use the implied value, the move that hasn't happened. Some stocks moved right there. The algorithm says, oh, they're going to fill their gaps. And therefore, this nosedove because this was rallying up while stocks were likely to rally down. And therefore, resilience tanked in response to show the differential between the two. See, we do different stuff here. It's my favorite tool I've ever made. It's really good. It's so useful that I'm always considering it when I'm trading. So you can use it as a breadth indicator. But you use it as it is the conditional requirement for this to say support or this to say resistance as support when this is greater than 0. The orange line has a tiebreaker the same way. The blue line has a tiebreaker the same way. They're all based on similar principle of arbitrage, basically. So. a little bit of tankage here. Yeah, so I'm kind of chilling on this. This is still a possible long entry. It's not terribly bad yet. Anything at 0 above 0 is still decent. Can I go over how MHP is calculated? Well, that's the sauce, right? But I'll tell you the gist of what's going on. Well, the hedge pressure is based on options data. So we get all the options data that exists, period, from Opera. We get the real-time options order flow. We scan every option that's traded ever for every stock in S&P and NASDAQ, for every expiration, every strike, the entire options data feed. We have a whole series of server computers, a whole array of them crunching that data in real time and analyzing them next to auxiliary markets. We try to find what's called a hedging loop, where we can find an option that matches another trade in a similarity where you can assume the options used to hedge that particular trade. An example, you see 100,000 shares bought in Apple and you see 1,000 calls in Apple bought near each other. And you'd assume they're tied together as a hedge. Somebody sold the shares or shorted the shares and bought the calls or whatever. Their auxiliary trade juxtaposition and trading against each other as a hedge. So we find all the hedge trades and then we piece them all together. We assume that hedge trades are going to be neutralized. And therefore, we calculate gamma exposure on trades and hedging loops, or i.e. market maker are going to be people participating in hedging loops. So orange line and blue line are gamma exposure maximum levels or gamma maximum on market maker exposure. So MHP is monthly options and blue weekly hedge pressure is weekly options. They are rock solid pivots that under ideal conditions hold 90% of the time. It's very hard to break them. It takes like a big sentiment change and a market crash or flip-flop to change. You can see how strong the pivoting action is. It fell like 2 nights ago before Fed, fell right to it and bounced. In the morning, fell to it and bounced. There's really strong action because that gamma exposure allows a flow of delta hedging. Lots of things happen there that cause the actual hedging. And so when gamma is maximized, you're going to see the rapid change in delta, therefore large order flow due to delta hedging. And of course, if the Vega or Vanna and Charm are also high, that delta hedging would be even influenced further by the volatility and time effects of delta hedging. So therefore, you're going to get additional volume, i.e. predictable high volume. That's all it means. This orange line is a predictable high volume pivot. And at 3:40 in the morning, you can see how accurate it was to the penny. And we published these numbers. These are published at 5:45 Eastern before the market even starts. And then in the daytime, we recalculate them, calibrated for the morning, and they come out right at 9:30. So Edge pressure is one of the key components of the liquidity map strategy. Which prop is 90% off? ETF is 90% off of one step, diamond hands, and the end of the day accounts. The one step is like ETF's competitor to like an Apex, trailing drawdown, inexpensive account, quick to pass sort of thing. So they're 90% off right now. So usually when ETF is 90% off of their one steps, it's like a lot of people will get them then when they're 90% off. My res and MHP are different than yours. I mean, you're also delayed on the stream by a little bit. But I think Nasdaq will turn back up. Not right now, right? Resilience just went negative. So I avoided the bull trap here. Now I'm just waiting for the market to pull back. So you guys know today my setup is going to be longing from there to there, hold a runner, see if I go to there, close out, and done. I'm gonna let it touch MHP for the A+. Nasdaq might not make it there. S&P is a little closer on a percent basis, but they're not really that far off from each other. If we touch half gap with res being in a worse situation, if we fall, it's definitely going to be worse. We're likely to go lower lows, which is why I'm stretching for the next pivot. Yeah. How do I even come up with something like this? I don't know. Community. How did I come up with stuff like this? I'm weird and different. I'm a mathematician. And research. Years of research. I'm kind of quirky and weird. I just pulled out of my ass math and data. Yeah. I love the word polymath. It's like such a great, it's like a great word from antiquity. It just means you're knowledgeable in a variety of things, variety of subjects. So yeah, we're like my journey started in trading with two of my buddies. We're all three of us engineers. I was a chemie, my buddy's a mechanical, my other guy was an audio engineer. Three just quirky math nerds got together. We're like, let's build some cool stuff. The first thing I ever built was the risk interval, and it's where these green bands come from. These green bands are predictable high volume pivot just the same. When you touch these green bands, you will see volume every single time. It is a characteristic of market structure. And every single time you see those green bands touch, you'll see a volume spike. First thing I created this in 2016. I was researching margin requirements. So let me start where I go all the way back. I was trading oil, right? I was noticing that when those Wednesday oil reports would come out, oil would like move a certain distance before anything happened. Like it would move and sort of stall before it moved again. And I was noticing that no matter what it did, down, up, flat, or down and continue down, that you can kind of sort of see a pattern every day that first initial move, even up or down and up or the same amount, was the same direction. And I started noticing that oil would move up and down 40 cents, 40 cents, 40 cents. And I was like, huh, that seems like structure. I'm an engineer. There's some mechanical reason why it's moving an incremental spot and then moving again. Then my training as a chemical engineer reminded me of, controllers, right? Process controllers. Process controllers move. Okay. Let me log back in. Give me 1 second. Decided to expire my session there. All right, let me try back one more time here. This is, let me log back into the old platform here. Okay, let's get this guy going here. All right, and we're back. Hold on, sorry about that. So what I was doing was noticing that there was a pattern and said structure. Controllers are something that basically like moves something on a set point. If you want to go from point A to B, like raise the temperature of something, a computer is going to like make a step change, monitor where you are, look for the feedback, and then adjust it to where you kind of like hone in to get to the spot. And so it looked like the market moved in step changes, which to any engineer would observe, aha, we moved 40 cents and then it moved again and then 40 cents and it played around and moved again. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of control systems. A market is, it means an electronic feedback loop. Any feedback loop creates the same effect. In mathematics, you just observe and see it. So there's some kind of control here. And I was like, how's it calculated? Why? Who's stopping it? Why does it move with some structure? Who's providing that structure? Like, is it a natural occurrence? Is it some kind of structure thing? I was researching and I was not really getting anywhere until I noticed that one day that 40 points, 40 points, 40 points, every Wednesday, 40 points. It was consistent for a while. Then it was like 46 points, 46 cents, and then 46, and then 46, and then 48, and then 48. And I was like, okay, there's something going on. And I was noticing week after week, after years of trading, that there was like a batch of time where that burst was really similar. And then at some point in time, it was changing. And I was like, well, what's going on here and here? Like, is there volatility different? OVX was a VIX volatility or VIX for oil. Like, what's going on? And I noticed that this is when margin requirements would change. It's very simple. And I was just researching everything. Margin requirements would go up, the range would go up. Margin requirements go down, the range would go down. And it was only a matter of time where I went and figured out, margin requirements are set by the CME group. For clearing firms, they have a program called SPAN that calculates and does them. And then I just reverse engineered CME SPAN. And I came up with it. And then I presented this in detail to people. I used to be a moderator on Wall Street Bets and investing and stock market, Reddit, 3 biggest trading subreddits out there. And I presented my findings on Reddit. And I was like, this is some crazy thing I found and calculated. And people are like, oh, that's cool. And I had a little tiny group of followers that loved what's this guy going to do next? So we started a Slack community in the group, and I started streaming and doing this research live since 2016, and one by one building little tools that were clever reverse engineers or deconstructs of something that was out there, and found out there's a lot of control systems on the Globex that we didn't even know about. A lot of things happen, and there's a lot of indicators we kind of plucked out of that. So we're kind of like a little geek community of pirates and hackers and crackers and math nerds for a long time. And then I streamed little by little, started converting into trading strats, adopted it into my trading strategies, and then live trade. And 10 years later, we're here. Well, that's the story. You installed a PID on your espresso machine? Hell yeah, dude. For what? Controlling the temperature? I would assume if it's espresso machine, it'd be controlling perfect temps for flow rate. I guess are the two important parts for making a quality shot. For pressure. Oh yeah, pressure too. Yeah, you do need pressure to push through the thing. It's funny how geeks make fun of school, but when you later realize that the geeks run the world, yeah. And that is the story of How I Met Your Mother, kids. But like I said, my approach to the stock market was that everything out there just didn't work. That I was trying to use, all technical indicators seemed very basic and rudimentary. All technical indicators to me ever did, like moving averages. I mean, I'm a mathematician. What is a moving average? All it does is remove the noise of a data set. And as a tax or a cost to removing of the noise, you get delay in the concavity changes. So an example is if this pivots here, your moving average will pivot at some period greater than, but no greater than 0, but no greater than the number of periods you're taking the sample set at. So if it's a 10 period moving average, between 0 and 10 periods later, you're going to start to see the pivot. So I was like, well, that's useless as a delay, but why are people using this? How is trading and become a millionaire trading such an unsophisticated thing with such an obvious delay? The mathematician would look at this and go, what the fuck? This is stupid. That's not, how would you behave on delayed signals? This doesn't make any sense. And I started like everything that we looked at, and it was like Fibonacci numbers. So the market moves up, it comes down 23.6%. No, it doesn't. Never. It does not do that. People have just tried so hard. Humans like have this ability to recognize patterns. Pareidolia is always say. I was saying that word wrong. You see faces and things in the clouds. Like you see patterns when they're not there. It's like how your brain is programmed to perceive the world, to find familiarity. And so people have attributed so much basic math to the stock market and tried to find weird patterns. The latest batch of patterns is like shapes and flags and pennants. And now ICT stuff is like candles. So here's a candle pattern. To me, market has no patterns. As somebody who, like, I guess these people, you're reading people in chat call me a math genius. This is what people are saying. As somebody that has a hard time explaining the way I see the world, I see absence of structure. And all, if you boil down everything I'm born with or everything my brain's able to do, I see an absence of structure when it comes to the candles. I see them as nothing but noise. I see no patterns in any of this at all. At all. None of this looks repeatable. None of this looks predictable. This looks like nothing more than noise to me. And I'm very good at seeing patterns. I'm very good at seeing 10 chess moves ahead when I play chess. I can see and predict people's moves when I'm playing against them. I can't see a pattern in this. And maybe I'm just an idiot and I'm stupid, too stupid to see it. But with my capabilities, whatever I have, I can't see a pattern. That's where I stand in the market. So my belief is that where can I find something repeatable and the thing that my brain says is random? So I abandoned everything technical analysis because it seemed random to me. There's people out there right now selling stuff, and I'm talking selling stuff, and it looks like this, or their charts look like that, and it's like this. It even goes as like the audacity and the weirdness of them saying, yeah, this is like a repeatable, and they're measuring the angle. This is a 60% angle. That's a 30% chance of buying. Like they're looking at angles and shapes of this like it's repeatable. And I'm like, yeah, but what if I change this to a 3-minute chart? The angles all change. What if I change this to a 5-minute chart? Which is the right chart? Oh, well, that you have flexibility. Well, no, you have infinite flexibility. You have infinite degrees of freedom if you have infinite candle durations to choose from. So what's the right one? You can't build a system and then give the user infinite flexibility. Again, as a math person, sounds, well, we brought back the R word when Trump got elected. Sounds pretty Riri, if you ask me. A true system should not have infinite degrees of freedom. There's no system at that point. A system would have some kind of repeatability. It's no longer repeatable if a user can choose which time frame to produce a popular angle. At that point, that's just called curve fitting. In curve fitting, you're just making something happen that you want to see. So in my belief system is the market is purely random. So what's repeatable? Well, the Globex has structure. They set margin requirements based on repeatable things. Options hedging is repeatable. Every hedge fund in the world delta hedges options at the same formula. They all use Black-Scholes or something similar. So these are repeatable things. Let's focus on that because that's repeatable, right? So that's where we took our journey to. Yeah, the only pattern to the stock market is up and to the right. You nailed it. Yeah, there's only one pattern in the stock market. And it is that on a logarithmic chart, stock market goes up in a straight line. When you remove inflation, this is the only pattern. You're correct. This is a logarithmic chart. When you put the price axis on a log scale, the stock market moves up in a straight line. That's the only pattern there is over long periods of time. Shit goes up. That's it. So our journey took us a different place. It's that let's assume the foundation of the intricacies, the candle noise. And again, that spits in the face of a lot of what people are trained, but it doesn't mean that there's right or wrong ways to do this. But it means, from my perception, and other people, other substantial traders that I know, or even have read about, or even some of my idols, took the same stance, is that you can take a statistical approach to the market with much more success than some like analog approach where you're measuring angles and looking at peaks and valleys and sizes and shapes. Very analog way of looking at the market. And maybe early on when fewer traders were around and everybody longed at a 23.6 fib or whatever, I don't know the numbers, it created the effect because people all use the same thing. We can create a pattern by us behaving a certain way. But as trading's become more sophisticated, algorithmic, and more things are using order flow and real-time dynamics like that, and not really looking at history, those tried and true methods from the 50s and 60s, really your RSI was invented in like 1963. This is a 75-year-old indicator. It seems to be in the day of algorithms that the shape of the curve wouldn't matter as much anymore, with the availability of like massive amounts of information to go beyond that. So I would believe these days that a lot of what was taught previously is just now obsolete. And a lot of like, there's just this long period of gurus still selling the same stuff that's 75 years old. Like people talking about Elliott waves and stuff. You guys think that was invented this year? A lot of this shit's 30 to 50 to 70 years old. And it's hard when you would get your stock chart from newspaper. A lot of that stuff I believe was self-fulfilling. Somebody taught a method, everyone used the method, and the method created. There wasn't a million retail traders on Robinhood trading randomly, creating more noise. I believe the market simultaneously has more noise now than it ever did before, but also at the same time has more structure, which is really weird. Let me explain what that means in math terms. Back in the day, like markets would sort of like do whatever, but sort of like follow a trend. So there's less noise, but more structure. Sorry, there's more structure, less noise in the past. These days, let me say that again. These days, there's more structure. I said that backwards, but more noise. There's more traders, so there's more noise. So the same move these days would be sharper, but noisier. But the pivots would be sharper because there's more efficiency to the market with more participants. There's more noise, but there's more efficiency because everything's computerized. So back in the day, you might like overshoot pivots a lot, but maybe make a straight shot to the next run easier. These days, things are noisier. Candles are choppier throughout the day because there's more participants. It means the market's just fluttering faster. But it's more structured because there's more computers controlling stuff. So I think that the methods of the 70s and 60s can no way have fathomed the sheer amount of structure that has been invented since then. The Globex created all these control points and systems literally in the last 10 to 20 years when all this stuff happened. So there's no way, you know, indicators that are 50 and 70 years old could have been encapsulated or even accounted for new structure that's invented ever since. So I've abandoned all technical analysis. And I know that spits in the face of what everybody has learned from their trading gurus in the last 10 years. But our job is to find the new structure that's been invented and account for the new noise. To say the stock market is random, the new noise has made most technical indicators obsolete, but the new structure invites people like me to create new indicators to encapsulate and account for the new structure. Yeah. So I try to take like a journey of where's the new structure. The margin requirement thing was, yeah, it was a stroke of genius. It was a eureka moment. And everybody thought it was cool. It was cool enough to start a community of nerds around. And it was like, I had like these 10 diehards. When I quit working as a moderator on these subreddits, I started my own little group channel. You know, all the kids on Wall Street Bets are like pumping and dumping penny stocks. It was kind of a sad little place. And I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out. Y'all aren't real traders. Y'all are a bunch of scam artists and whatever. So I'm like, peace. I'm gonna go, you know, this is starting to become a joke Reddit. And I was like, I was having fun with it. But I was also being serious as a trader. So I started my little community and we would just sit there and share spreadsheets with each other and share diagrams with each other. We would like get together in Zoom calls and just data mine, you know, 2015, 2016, me and a group of engineers, and we attracted like other people that were the same way and they thought it was cool. And then we would live stream. I'd be coding and programming and coming up with ideas. Ooh, let's test this idea. Oh, the oil meeting's coming up. Let's see if it moves that distance. Oh, it moved that distance. Cool. And we would do the research on my original YouTube streams in 2016. And just everybody would watch the process. And then years went by and we're like, you know, 15 indicators deep into clever uses of stuff, new structure. Outside Duck's birthday, hope it was fun. Yeah, so we went to, this is really funny. We went to Pluckers, we ate wings, we drank, we played trivia. Just me and her, nobody else, no noise, which is great. She didn't want to do anything crazy on her actual birthday day. So tonight we're going to a concert. We're going to see Above and Beyond if you guys like trance music. Tomorrow there's a dinner event with friends. Sunday we have a dinner event with friends, and Saturday her and I are having like a whole day to do stuff. I got My Fun at TV in a little bit. Lunchtime, My Fun, guys. I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in. But check me out over here live on My Fun at TV. As always, I love y'all. This is great. I had a pretty good day. I haven't added it up, but it's at least a 10K day today, which is pretty good. All of the saga later on My Fun at TV. Everybody go to this link. We'll be doing tons of giveaways right when we start. Lunch Money with Matt starting now. Everybody go there, support me on that show if you can. Give some love to Tom when you show up. Yeah, dude, we're stoked, bro, to go see Above and Beyond. I've seen him like many times, so we're super thrilled. Yeah, that's gonna be tonight. A, B, and B, baby, or A and B. Yes, sir. Classic, man, takes me back. OG days. All right, I gotta get out of here, y'all. See y'all later.